Now launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
This is who we're talking about. These sickos are who we're getting. I do declare, how do you say that about my family? Shut up, you rich a-holes. No one cares. You're stupid.
I gotta give it tiny
Jason
man.
Kelsey's stupid too, bro. We're all stupid.
They're all dumb.
Admit that we're all dumb, and your dumb is our dumb, and we're all dumb. As you go bid on horse goo.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Oh, it's a big day. It's Name That Hole Day.
Oh, yeah.
Name that hole. You tell us your story of Holio.
A-hole.
And then we decide if there's a hole, and if so, what level of hole. The worst level you can possibly be is a C-hole.
C-hole.
Teddy's back today. How you
Yeah.
doing, Teddy? How was yesterday?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Was it a good day yesterday?
It was fine.
That doesn't sound...
Well, I mean, I went to the dentist, so it's not like, yeah, I went to the dentist. Yeah, got your teeth cleaned. Yeah, great. It's all great.
But don't they feel good when you're done?
Well, there's a little story with all of that.
I haven't heard any.
I was going to say, Teddy, I mean, they didn't come out and say, like, we got to rip 3 of them out or anything, did
What's
they?
the story, Teddy?
No, well, I went in there and, the first time I've been to this location and they took a lot of x-rays.
Yeah.
And then I figured, okay, well, they'll clean my teeth now. Well, the dentist comes in and he checks things out and he apologizes and says, the hygienist who was going to clean my teeth today is not there.
Oh.
So they took care of the x-rays. They took care of like the dentist checking the x-rays and then looking at your teeth and making sure everything's okay. But they didn't actually clean it. So I had to make another appointment.
This is your first time going to this office?
Yeah.
Switch to another office. They don't have another hygienist they can just put on your case? Well, she was up all night reading your file. She's not here. She's the only one that can do it. They can't get somebody else to... How about the dentist? Look, I know it's not your thing. You went to dental school. You're not a hygienist. I get it. But if you're going to make somebody come back and reschedule, you took time out of your life to go in there and get your teeth cleaned, then you should be doing the cleaning, doctor.
See, that's a very good question. I genuinely wonder, and I would love to know from dentists or dental hygienists, please weigh in. You can tweet us at manandbone971. I'm curious about this. I just watched a video of drummer Tommy Lee. Might have heard of him, Motley Crue, right? He was with some marching band students, and they said, here's our like quad drum marching band setup. And he put it on, and then they said, now play us a fill, do something drummer-ish. And he looked like a kid who'd never played drums. And I was in this video, they were talking about how playing on a drum kit and playing on like the quads, they're like completely different for a lot of people. If you don't practice on both of them, you're not necessarily going to be good at the other one if you've never done it, if you're a really good drummer on the other. So would that be the same thing for dentists possibly? That like a guy who, or a gal who's a dentist who's like, yeah, I can inspect the teeth, I look at things, but I don't know how to use all this fancy equipment. I don't know.
Well, okay.
I have no idea.
Let's say that's the case. Let's say the dentist does not clean teeth, doesn't know how to clean teeth properly, whatever. If your entire business model is subject to your entire staff being there every day and nobody ever calling in sick,
well, that's
to the
fair.
point where you have to turn patients away and make them reschedule, I'm sorry, you're just not doing it properly.
Well, there you go.
You should have somebody else there who steps up.
Yeah, like a bullpen hygienist.
Sure.
Right? Where you just have someone who's just like chilling out, and then like 4 or 5 days a week, they just don't even do anything. They're just sitting there. They're just...
Yeah, if you have one of those rare complete games,
yeah,
you're just sitting in the bullpen, you're chewing on sunflower seeds, you're hitting on girls in the second row, whatever the hell you're doing.
Don't we get charged for appointments if we're within 24 hours?
That's exactly right. That's exactly
what
right.
happens
You should get a rebate. You should get a rebate. I agree on that.
Better than the 11% at Menards.
Well, what I'm saying, Teddy,
Full rebate.
I mean, I assume they're not obviously charging you for the second trip back, which they would say, we're not charging you again for this visit to come in and get them cleaned.
I don't know. Are they, Teddy?
I don't. It goes through the insurance, so I don't know how that all.
Well, they better
But
not.
through the insurance, you're only allowed a certain amount of visits per year on the insurance.
Hang on. You're missing my point. Number one, if they charge your insurance again,
They shouldn't charge the
straight to
insurance
jail.
again. Yes.
Straight to jail.
You know what that is?
Fraud.
That's C-hole.
C-hole.
That's called insurance fraud. If you're just like, oh, we forgot. Oh, hey, by the way, you left a toenail. Better come back. And then it's like, oh, we bowed him again because he visited the office. No, I'm saying beyond that, you shouldn't have to pay for the first visit because you went there and showed up on time and did everything you were supposed to do. And they said, oh, sorry, we didn't fulfill our end of the bargain. If you did that to them, they charge you full price. So when they do it to you, they should give you back full price.
Teddy, I would send you to my place, but it's all the way in Worthington. You're not going to go all the way up there.
That's too far. No, I went to this place because it's basically across the street.
Well, I understand.
There
You want some convenience, but
yes,
that's ridiculous.
Hey, you know what? I understand, Teddy, if you want to give him another shot, but
Well, he has to now.
they're on notice though, right? I mean, they're on warning. This is a one-time, maybe you have a once in a million thing happen. Fine, that can be the case.
I've been going to the dentist for 44 years. That has never happened to me where I go to the dentist. Now, maybe I've gotten a call beforehand
No.
saying, just so you know, we have to reschedule the appointment because something has happened. But not you come in, you take the x-rays, you do all the stuff, and then they say, oh, sorry, we can't clean you.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I'm surprised if nothing else they
Jail.
wouldn't say, hey, we have another hygienist who's going to have to they're going to have to pull double duty or something today, and that means our appointments are going to get backed up a little bit. But hey, we got to.
You may have to forego some of the riveting chit chat.
It's a cleaning.
Which is what they're always
could,
asking me these complicated questions.
Timmy, you think you could clean someone's teeth?
We can scrape Ted's
stop
teeth.
it. I couldn't clean
You know
his
what,
teeth.
Timmy? There's some money in it for it if you do.
Go.
Come on.
Timmy.
If you get Teddy to lie back in that chair and he opens up his mouth, his gaping mouth hole, and you get in there and you start picking and cleaning. And
We need the little pickaxe thing.
Well, I'm saying
We
Timmy,
need Mr. Sucky, right?
Mr.
Yes,
Sucky
Mr.
is what we
Sucky.
need.
Mr.
that.
Sucky is what we need, and we need the little electronic. It's like a high-powered electronic toothbrush. Would you like mint or cherry? What would you like? Or chocolate?
cinnamon. I like
Cinnamon.
There you go.
Sorry, we're out of cinnamon, Ted.
Okay, mint then.
she's the one who was off. She was not available.
Cinnamon
That's
wasn't
why-
there. She was stripping the night before.
Now, can I just say,
She
I
had
want
the
to
floss.
I want to be very clear. Timmy Hall is the one, dental hygienists everywhere who are listening, going, not anyone can just do this job. Timmy Hall is the one saying he could just easily do it.
I'll tell you what,
in
though.
and
I love my dentist. My dentist is great. They don't pull this crap.
I have used the mechanical toothbrushes before, like the Sonic Clean ones, where it feels like you got a sandblaster. You can get it clean with those things.
Does it surround the tooth? Is it like a circular kind of bristle?
Yes, circular bristle.
What's that feel like?
Feels like a toothbrush brushing your teeth.
That's probably
What do you mean?
good idea.
I don't know.
What is
To
it
have
supposed
the
feel like?
bristles all the way around your tooth and spinning so rapidly. I don't use electronic toothbrushes. I never use them.
You've never used an electronic toothbrush?
No, I don't use them.
Is this a phobia that you have?
No, I just use a regular toothbrush.
So
Is
if
that strange to you?
You know
when
what that
I go
is?
and get my
Because-
when I get my teeth cleaned,
No,
they use what they
because
use.
the technology
They
is
use-
there.
Timmy, when you go to the dentist, that's what they're using is a very much higher end, like electric toothbrush that they're like the motorized thing they're putting on your teeth when they put the goo on.
Yes,
and then they scrub.
I'm aware. I've had
That's
it
what it
done
is.
before.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like to use an electric toothbrush.
It can't
I'm
feel
telling-
the same. That's industrial strength, Bone.
In 2024, that's like saying to me, I only watch black and white movies.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't
no, it's
have.
not.
Do you have an electric toothbrush?
I don't have one now. I've had one in the past, and like all the kids, we buy the little cheapo disposable ones that after like 6 months the batteries die and you have to throw them away, get new ones. But
They're doing those.
They're like $10 or $12,
Yeah.
aren't they? They're like, I'm saying there's a cheaper version.
Do you have one?
I don't have it now.
You don't care.
I had one.
Teddy, electronic?
I do, but I just started about a year ago. So before that, I did not.
But
But had
But
you
now
ever experienced it
Would
before?
you ever go back
No,
now?
never.
No, never.
No.
Never. I'm going to gift you the Oradent. I'm going to bring this big, delicate mechanism in this box.
Here's the gifts that you've given me through the years. You give me shaving cream. We're about to get an electronic toothbrush.
Here's the thing.
A White Sox jacket.
Timmy's my guy. Okay? When I find something that I like in my everyday life, I want to share it with my favorite people.
That is nice. That is nice.
I'm getting you an electric toothbrush.
What's that shaving cream brand again? I still have it. I still got plenty left.
Pro Rosso.
Pro Rosso. Oh. Fresh.
You like a menthol shave?
Oh, it's
It's
fresh.
like running through the woods. You're naked, innocent boy.
Scotland.
I don't think you either have run through the woods, just for the record. It's not what menthol smells like, just so you know.
No, it's the feeling
Okay. I'm
of
just
a witty run.
As someone
a
who
shaded-
has run through the woods, it does not ever feel like a menthol blast in your face.
What about
usually?
a dewy meadow on a crisp autumn morning?
Got to be crisp.
Yeah.
Crispy crisp.
Yeah.
What's
you know
better,
You know what that
morning or
smells like?
dusk?
It smells like wet grass. That's what it's and wet leaves. Have you ever smelled those
Wet
things?
grass ain't great. You're
Well,
right.
that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
It looks
Yeah.
nice.
It's not the smell that I'm talking about. It's the feeling, the coolness on your skin.
Well, the coolness, yes.
That's
if there's
the
like,
menthol
if there's
that I'm
a
talking about.
mistiness coming off
Yes.
and you run through
Mist,
that.
yeah,
then
clear water, you know,
Okay, sure.
splashing against your face.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Hey, good news, Timmy. Going to Florida next week. Totally my idea. The girls aren't making me go at all. We're going to Disney for a few days. All right. I looked at the weather forecast earlier this week, and it said our time at Disney World, 95 degrees, 100% humidity, bright blaring sun. Not even
yeah.
cloud cover.
No, it's just
Nothing.
going to be hot and sticky.
Hot and
and
sticky.
wet.
But I looked this morning. It's no longer supposed to be 95.
Oh, good.
It's going to be 98.
oh,
Yeah.
98.
There you go.
I'll be dead.
You'll
Bone,
be,
you love that. That sounds good to you, doesn't it?
Nobody loves that.
I will say, if you're not able to choose what you're doing, you're at Disney World, you have to walk places to do anything. You have to stand in lines. There's people around that you are not in control of to be able to say, I want to, like, if you're in your backyard, it's that I could tolerate it because I could sit there with my feet in a pool, or I could like put some lemonade next to me and I could have a good time. But if you're at Disney World, you have to walk on the hot concrete.
Yeah, you got to walk with all the other mouth
that's what I'm
breathers.
saying.
You're doing the whole thing. Yeah, you're doing the whole thing. My son is anti-Disney. He doesn't want to go.
Well, he's
Really?
old. He's older now.
He's 12. He doesn't, but he's been living this way since he was 7 or so, prime Disney age.
Let him live.
We're going to
son-
Cedar Point on Saturday. That's our Disney World.
I didn't know your son was Ron DeSantis. That's good. That you're raising the governor of Florida. Very anti-Disney, that guy. I heard about that. Yeah, that's good.
All right, we'll actually do some stuff coming up next. JB No Worky.
Oh,
JB.
I like that.
JB
No Worky.
No Worky. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You should be aware that southbound 315's off-ramp to the eastbound downtown split is closed due to construction, and we also have a disabled vehicle on the left shoulder of eastbound 670 at 3rd Street. And watch out for an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound Polaris Parkway at 71, causing some holdup. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. New name, same low down payments. Go to directauto.com for a free quote. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for my crew at Valley Ford of Columbus. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle without breaking the bank? Well, it's the Drive America Celebration Sale at Valley Ford, and they have a sweet selection of certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage cars, trucks, and SUVs waiting for you. One of the big keys to Valley's success, satisfied customers like me. Their selection and savings on certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage vehicles is outstanding. Stop in today or shop the selection online right now. Valley takes all the risk out of buying because every certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage vehicle with blue or gold certification features a minimum 139-point inspection. And here's the big one. They're also backed by a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. That's right. They stand behind every one of them with a money-back guarantee. Go online and see them all or get to Valley for a test drive and see and feel the quality. Get the better deal. Get to the Drive America Celebration Sale and keep on trucking at Valley Ford of Columbus. Vehicle must be returned within 14 days or 1,000 miles, whichever comes first from the original sales date and mileage as stated on bill of sale, and returned in same condition as sold. Other restrictions may apply. See
dealer for details.
It was a quiet night in Columbus, maybe a little too quiet. Me, Philip Flapper, plumbing detective. I was finishing up for the night when she walked in. Long hair, 2 legs, a couple of arms, a nose, elbows. Pretty standard equipment for this neighborhood. I looked at her, she looked at me, and then we did that thing where we both spoke at the same time. What can I do for you? I'm sorry, that was awkward. We went on to talk about clogs, funny odors, water going down the drain too slow. This is above my pay grade, I told her, and gave her this website, apexpros.com. They're the pros who knows, the kinds of plumbers who don't mind getting their hands dirty. And believe me, what's down those pipes is dirty. Ugh, call the pros, Apex Pros. And that was it. She walked out of my life, using those legs I told you about earlier.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex Bear from Apex Pros. Apex plumbers are the pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app, or listen at home on your smart speaker, or open up the iHeartRadio app, or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
Want a great choice with great value? It's great to drive Honda and save thousands with low 1.9% financing. All your favorite Honda models are in stock. Save big on a great selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks, like the new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. There's never been a better time to buy a new Honda. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 7/8/24.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Looks like we'll have a few more storms today, but these will be non-severe. The timing would be between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Overnight tonight, though, we drop down to the 60s. You'll see that full flower moon tonight. And then as we go towards tomorrow, we're looking at a pretty nice day overall. Should be dry with highs around 82. I'm Doppler 10 meteorologist Dylan Robichaud on 97.1 The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dumb. Very dumb. This is Man and Bone.
You know, Bone, sometimes in life things happen and it alters your behavior. For example, maybe you got laid off at work. Maybe your name is JB.
There you go.
Maybe you went home and did the things that you normally do. Mrs. JB said, I love you, let's do it. And JB looked down and said, I'm sorry. PP no worky because JB no worky.
Oh.
Maybe you need to see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Life gets in the way, but there's always remedies. Tri-State Men's Health now has 6 locations. Cincinnati, Dayton, 2 locations here in Columbus, Hilliard and Westerville, Louisville, and a new office in northern Kentucky. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit's only $99. Includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Tell them Marty Brenneman sent you.
There you go. By the way, on the YouTube chat, which, of course, our YouTube live stream is going, you can find it on YouTube. Just search for 97.1 The Fan. We're right there. Hit subscribe, hit like on the video if you don't mind. It helps everybody find it. Andy says, don't let a dentist do your teeth cleaning. They aren't good at that. It leads to detailed scaling and tons more visits.
All right, well, that's not
I don't
good.
even know what that is. That sounds bad.
I know the scaling, like Kristen always cleans the Nespresso because of scaling.
I see.
I don't know what that means for your teeth.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Who's out in the hallway just yelling?
That is...
Is Yolanda in the hallway?
That is Yolanda Harris. We are in a radio studio with soundproofing, like the heaviest doors you can imagine.
Let me tell you, the worst soundproofer in the world soundproof these studios.
Yeah, because we have headphones on, and yet through all of that,
I can hear Yolanda Harris in the hallway.
Like now, she was talking and laughing, like she was not just whispering, but yeah, that's not her fault. That's the soundproofers of this building.
What was she doing? Showing people around?
Yeah, she was just showing people like.
And here are the idiots we have working in the radio department. Look at them. Fat and gross, unlike us on TV. Very nice.
Very true. That's very accurate.
All right.
Also, Joey says, hygienists may have had a full schedule and one wasn't free at the time to clean it. I work in a dental office. If someone calls off, we call the patients and see if they still want to come in just for x-rays.
No, that's
there you go,
the
Ted.
thing. Teddy didn't get that call.
Well, exactly right.
Teddy went in, got the x-rays, saw the dentist, and then they said, we can't clean your teeth now. Go home.
Muggsy's Leaper says, yeah, I go to a small practice. Even they have text updates. So, see, everyone is saying, Ted, you got screwed by your dentist office there. That's not a great start.
No, it's not. I went there on a referral from a coworker of ours, though, because he went there, or he goes there, and he had a great experience.
Who's the coworker?
That would be our guy, Production Bob.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? Wait. What did he say? Sorry, I'm just reading the comments.
Bob Taylor.
Coaster Bob.
Because I know that. They live
Yeah.
close by each other.
I see. I gotcha. There's another Bob in here who jumped in the chat who said, Bone couldn't be more wrong. Electric is not sonic, I guess.
What does that mean?
Well, I think what I was saying at the dentist's office, when you're using the one that, like, they must use something that's, like, beyond, like Timmy said, it's pro grade. So the one.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I'm sure it's different than what you get at home.
I'm just saying, I've used the
It has like a hose attached to it.
Yeah,
Is that a hose or a power cord?
I thought it was a power cord, but I don't know. Maybe it's a hose. Maybe it's a hose.
It's a power cord, but it's as thick as a hose.
Okay. I'm just pointing out the brushes are still circular going on your teeth.
Teddy.
That's all. Don't even.
Teddy.
Don't even.
Yes.
This ain't one of them.
Don't even.
No. Is this all my fault, I guess?
Yes,
today?
it is your fault.
Also, we got another comparison to what you look like. Or
Who,
like
me?
we're getting like, because people asked yesterday, you asked for celebrity, what do we look like? I think that was a
Okay.
question in Rapid Fire.
I didn't ask for anything.
Well, someone said, why does Common Man look like Artie Lang before the Coke ate his nose? I don't see that. You don't
I'm
look
not
like
better
Artie
looking
Lang.
than Artie Lang.
You're better looking than Artie Lang.
Jesus,
You're
just
better
put
looking
a
than Artie
bullet
Lang.
in my head right now.
You're better looking than Artie Lang.
God.
Now, your nose and his nose with the Coke, I mean, we'd have to have you do some Coke, and then we'll find out.
No. Should I take my chain out again today?
Go ahead. I think you look distinguished with the chain. I like it. It's a good look.
It pops with the black.
I know it does. It really fits what you're doing there. It's good.
JB Bickerstaff is gone from the Cavs. JB Nowurki. Not necessarily a surprise, but made official today.
Yeah. I don't know. I know some Cavs fans, I guess, are upset about this. I feel like you assembled a team that's pretty good, and that team, not that they should have won the NBA championship, and if you don't, then you're out of a job, but I do think they've got to get more than what they are out of some of their pieces right now, and I don't feel like the team has progressed enough under JB. So, yeah, I think it's reasonable. I think it's also a partially, from everything you can kind of read into this from Donovan Mitchell, you know, he's got a big decision to make where he's going to play in the future. And from reading between the lines, it seems like if JB's back, Donovan Mitchell won't be. So this almost signals to me an NBA team saying, we're doing everything we can to make sure that Donovan Mitchell wants to stay here. So let's hope that works if you're a Cavs fan. But I don't think it's terrible that JB Bickerstaff is gone. I do think he had a good run there. I think he's kind of plateaued, and now it's time to go to the next guy who can try to get more.
Bernie Bickerstaff, alive?
I don't know, but I mean,
bring him in to coach.
Well,
my guy.
There you go.
I watched some hockey last night. Bob stood on his head. Panthers take game 1 against the Rangers.
There you go. I'm happy about that.
You know what? A few years ago, this would have killed me. Would have killed me to watch a conference finals where you got Panarin on one side, you got Bob on the other side. Two guys who have been on my team, starred for my team, and now they're off someplace else trying to win a cup. Would have bugged the hell out of me. I know for a long time I would argue with Blue Jacket fans when they would say, well, I just want so-and-so to win one. I don't care. I hadn't cared for a long time. Now what's happened is this hockey team, the Blue Jackets, have beaten me down so much that I am finding myself feeling good when I see Bob standing on his head, shutting out the Rangers at home in game 1.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it kind of feels like maybe if you're in a relationship and it goes south and you feel like it's not my fault, it's the other person's fault. And the other person says, no, you've got problems, you need to fix them. And you're in denial for that a little bit. And then after a while, maybe 5 years go by, you've done some counseling, some therapy, and you realize, yes, I may have been the problem. You're good call. And then you see the other person out doing okay, and you go, you know what? They're not so bad after all because they were actually right. I was kind of a piece of garbage back then.
In this analogy, do the Blue Jackets know that they're the problem?
No.
Have they
I'm
gone through therapy?
As fans, we sometimes go, well, why don't these players want to stick around here? Do you feel that way now? I feel I'm shocked when anybody wants to stick around here, given what this organization's been. I see these guys off, Panarin, I see Bob, and I say, you know what? You made the right call. You got out of here. Good for you. You actually can go have a career where you have a chance to win things. You're not getting that around here right now, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Maybe the new GM fixes it, but
whoever the hell that
we'd
is.
have to actually hire a new GM first for that to
occur. Don't get me started. Oilers and Stars, game 1 tonight in Dallas. Ryan Day's getting more cash. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on the east side at Livingston Avenue. And we've got a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between Spring Street and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause instead,
we got 7.
And here's our number 1.
Sunny Street Cafe, a bright spot for breakfast and lunch.
Now with 8 locations.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here, and there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
If your garage door is so old that it's got cave paintings and hieroglyphics drawn on the inside, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and when I was looking to get a new roof on my home, I wanted a company with staying power, a company that had been in business for more than 30 years, built on the principles of honesty, integrity, and transparency. Well, there was nowhere else to go than Newman Roofing. 32 years later, and hundreds of 5-star reviews from customers that have been blown away with the service that they've received. Some of the customers now, well, they've been around so long, they're getting their second Newman roof, and that speaks to the quality and the way Tim and his team do things. During a time where service is lacking in the service industry, companies like Newman Roofing are leading the way, providing white glove experience to all of their customers, just like they did to me and my family. So when it comes time to get your roof replaced, you're going to want to go with a company you can trust, and that's Newman Roofing. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or go visit them online at newmanroofing.com. That's newmanroofing.com.
Do you subscribe to the Fan's YouTube channel? Well, why not? Catch our best interview, Stupid Man and Bone videos, and live video of our shows as they happen.
You can participate in your neighborhood watch.
Search 971 The Fan and subscribe today.
Some people just know the more you protect, the more you save with Allstate, because they know insurance math. Like if you protect your home and auto, Allstate can save you up to 25%. So it's like losing money if you don't bundle. Save more when you protect more. Bundle home and auto with Allstate today.
Bundled savings vary by state and are not available in every state. Saving up to 25% is the countrywide average of the maximum available savings off the home policy. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
There's a little slice of heaven in a country road's escape. Pure perfection in the form of uncrowded nature. Over 1.5 million acres of parks and public lands. From mountain biking to stargazing. Churning white water to quiet trout streams far off the grid. Almost heaven is down to earth in West Virginia. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Every so often, you'll find a store that's so different, so unique, so out of the ordinary that you make it a habit to go there. Oakland Nursery has 2 of those stores, the home store in Dublin and Inside and Out in New Albany. Both are bursting at the seams with unique, hard-to-find items. Oakland Nursery's specialty stores are 2 unique shopping experiences for eclectic home decor and garden art. Love your home by finding inspiration at the Oakland Specialty Stores, the home store in Dublin and Inside and Out in New Albany, part of the Oakland Nursery experience.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Oh, happy Thursday. It is Name That Hole Thursday. You can send in your holes at Man and Bone 971 on Twitter. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. And while the chat on the YouTube page is not a good place to share your whole story, it is a good place to spend your time. So go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live stream, and then we're there. How you doing? I'm waving to you right now.
Yeah, there you
go. Ryan Day is getting some more cash. The Buckeyes earned a 3.24 grade point average over the past academic year, triggering a bonus worth $50,000 for Ryan Day. This according to a school spokesperson yesterday. So there you go.
That's a nice little chunk of change for most people. For a guy who's making over $10 million, that's probably... Yeah, I mean, I don't think now he's changing any of his plans because he got the extra $50,000, but that's fine.
Now he can actually earn more. They're at a 3.24. The team was. If their collective GPA gets to a 3.3, you double that.
Okay,
go to $100,000. If you can get the GPA up to a 3.5, that's $150K right there.
All right, nice.
Yes, that's a lot of private investigators you can hire in New Hampshire. For $150,000.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely a thing that happened. That's a real thing. I also saw in that article that there's another bonus. It said he got am I wrong, like $100,000, I think, for getting them to the Cotton Bowl. I feel like there was
$200,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sold it
$200,000.
So I wonder this because, we'll talk about this at some point. There's this lawsuit that's being settled currently with, back payment of players and the name, image, and likeness rights. These conferences are going to pay.
It's going to be settled. It's going to be around $3 billion.
Again, not $3 million, $3 billion with a B dollars. Okay. What I'm wondering is, will the schools eventually say, whenever this all gets sorted out, because it's not just going to be that settlement, there's going to be changes to college athletics going forward saying players should get paid for the performance things that happen on the field. I wonder if schools will start to collectively, not like one school's going to do it, conferences, NCAA, whoever, coming in and saying, hey, maybe instead of giving the coaches the bonus when the team makes certain performance enhancements, whatever, or gets good grades or whatever your thing is, maybe we should just give that money to the players. Maybe they should be getting a bonus for the play on the field that caused a lot of that to happen. I'm not against Ryan Day getting a bonus. I'm not against any of these coaches necessarily getting a bonus. What I'm saying is we're entering an era where previously the only way you could enhance performance by giving someone more money, couldn't pay the players anything. They weren't allowed to get it. Now they're going to be allowed to get it. So I wonder if the schools will eventually structure things in a way for coaches where they say, yeah, obviously we want you to do well, but if the players do well, here's the bonus structure that exists. I don't know, but certainly if you're trying to make that smoother for people who have a problem with it, perhaps tying that to academic performance would be part of that type of plan.
I never understood the bonus stuff for guys making this type of money. You're paid to do all these things.
You're right.
Right? We used to have bonuses here. We don't have many. I don't have many more.
No, we don't either. Yeah,
we used to have ratings bonuses, and the ratings bonuses were, hey, if you finish top 3 in men, we're going to give you a little bump.
Yeah,
top 3. We should be number 1 in men all the time. We shouldn't get a bonus for finishing 3rd in men.
For people who don't understand that part of it, if we finish outside of the top 3 in men more than a couple times in a row, we won't have jobs.
No,
so what you're saying
is
a little
bonus for that.
It's not like we're so arrogant of we should be this or that. It's that their expectation baseline for our salaries to exist is that we would be top 3 in men or above. So they would hold a little bit of our presumed salary back and then give it to us once we did the thing we're already expected to do.
What I'm saying is pay me accordingly. All right. Pay me like I'm going to be number 1 in men. And then if I'm not, the next contract, we either part ways or we reduce the compensation. Ryan Day doesn't need a bonus for winning the Cotton Bowl. Yeah. Ryan Day doesn't need a bonus for winning the Big Ten. These are things he should be doing. That's tied in to the $11 million that you're making every single year.
And again, it's not just him. There's all these other, coaches that do the same thing. They all have this.
All of them do it, and I've never understood it because we know as soon as you achieve something great or even something mediocre, as long as somebody's sniffing around, you're going to tie up this contract and sign for more money anyway.
Well, and I think performance bonuses can make sense in sports in some ways, right? Like, let's say you are a journeyman wide receiver who's getting a deal that's going to pay you like $2 million.
Okay.
And then like top guys are making
like OBJ's getting that deal this year.
Yeah, but it's all, a lot of it is incentive based because it's basically saying we're not paying you much because we don't think you're going to do much. However, if you end up hitting ridiculous numbers that we're not expecting, we're not going to just then next year try to make that up in a new contract because we don't want to pay you a new contract. That might be a one-time deal. We'd rather give you a bonus for what you do in the moment when we're not expecting it. But if you have expectations, people who coach at Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, and probably like 15 or 20 other schools at least, their expectation from the boosters and everybody else is you should be competing for the top 10, competing for playoff spots, and hopefully competing for a national championship, especially now that more spots are open for that. I just feel like for Ryan Day, you gave him $10 million. That's set all the expectations. That's all the bonuses you need.
I remember this was years ago. I had some bonus escalators in my contract. And one of the bonuses they put in there is if the show overall hit number 1 in adults.
Yeah.
Not men.
Yeah.
Number 1 in adults, I would get some obscene bonus because it had never been done before.
Uh-huh.
No sports radio show had ever hit number 1 in adults. Well, things changed.
Don't you wish we had that in our contract?
The audience changed. Obviously, the popularity of talk radio changed. The way that they measured ratings changed. And that helped us in this business. So then, on a pretty regular basis, we were hitting number 1 in adults.
Yeah.
And I'm called into the boss's office. And the boss said, I got to be honest, when we put this in here, I didn't think you'd ever hit it. I can't afford to keep paying you this bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, we signed a contract.
Yeah, right.
We signed a contract, so, we can rip up this contract. We can sign a brand new contract as long as the numbers make sense. But he was sweating bullets on this bonus.
It's incredible.
Because he thought, these idiots are never going to hit this bonus.
Well, it's incredible that that's how this stuff works, right? In the bonus structure land, I know that there are probably jobs where it makes more sense than others, but yeah, when it comes to college coaches, they're the highest paid employee in most states, right? I mean, they're at least as far as government employees go, they are, but they might be the highest paid just single employee in any state that they're in at a given time. So to then say, oh, and you get $50,000 if you're, I like how $50,000 for students getting a 3.2, which would, I mean, that's pretty 3.26. That's a good accomplishment for an entire football team with all the other expectations that are placed on college athletes. That's really good. Make the Cotton Bowl, you get 5 times more. But tell me again that education is the primary focus for these schools. Tell me that again. Please laugh whenever they say that because you know it's not true.
Actually, I'd do it the other way. Make the Cotton Bowl means you've done something wrong. I'm taking money away. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you get
I'm putting de-escalators in there.
Exactly right.
Teddy, I got something for you, buddy. I saw this was announced today. Minneapolis is hosting 2026 SummerSlam, which they're making a 2-night event. So just like WrestleMania, not 1, 2 nights for the SummerSlam.
I believe that's a make good because everybody thought the WrestleMania was going to be in Minneapolis next year. And then somehow Vegas got involved and it's in Vegas next year. So all the Minneapolis people were, I think, let down. But now they're getting SummerSlam. It's like, oh, cool. And now they made it, two nights.
2 nights.
So they're even making it even bigger. So it's a pretty big deal.
All right. By the way, I just saw some news here on former Buckeye getting paid today in the NFL.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. has signed his contract, rookie deal.
That's all slotted.
Yeah, he's making $35.37 million, all guaranteed, including $22.5 million on a signing bonus. So let him live. But now that's done for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
So now we know.
Thank you, Bone.
You're welcome.
Problems for Penn State. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's some slow-moving traffic on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and I-70, and you'll also hit a slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side between Weber Road and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. I'm Nicole for 97.1. The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
This offer is only available at Reichert Ford. 0% financing for 72 months on every 2023 Ford F-150 in stock. Take advantage of Reichert's rate before it's too late. Lock in your 0% rate and take a new truck home today. Thousands of vehicles are waiting at ReichertFord.com.
See dealer for details. N6324.
Exclusively at Reichert Ford. 0% for 72 months is now available on every new 23 F-150 in stock. Hundreds of trucks at ReichertFord.com. We're dealing. Save more this Memorial Day weekend. Only at Reichert. We're dealing.
This is Bob Capace of Worthington Jewelers. We've been creating one-of-a-kind designs for almost 20 years. Our jewelry consultants will help you create your one-of-a-kind design or select from over 1,000 engagement ring options. Shop local and come see us at Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do the stuff outdoors you love, the stuff you want to do, the hiking, the running, the playing on the beach. It's being around friends and family. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. If you're tired of achy joints, you need to call my friends over at QC Kinetics before you agree to any risky surgeries or steroids or harmful medications. That's what tens of thousands of real-life patients around the country did, just like me with my knee. My dad did with his knee. Some of our friends and family who have done it with knees and shoulders and a variety of joints. They're out walking around now, enjoying the time outside. Or you could be like a guy like Chad, who wants to live life to the fullest, but his knees have been bothering him. He's been on pain meds forever. He went to crutches on his high school reunion, but that was before he found QC Kinetics, and now he's bouncing around like the pain is gone. And QC Kinetics has a national director in Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, who's been doing this for over 20 years. So go check him out at 614-208-4544. That's 614-208-4544.
If you look at the front of your house and think, yeah, she could use a little makeup, we are Deluxe Door Systems. It's truly amazing to see how one garage door can completely transform the look of an entire home. See what we could do for yours at deluxestoresystems.com.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just the slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. You know what Rich is up to? He's got Memorial Day sales going all month long. Interest rates starting as low as 1.90% on the 2024s. The Civic LX sedan, the Accord LX sedan, and CRV LX two-wheel drives. And he's going to throw you an extra $1,000 for your trade. He wants to give you the best deal in town, and you will not be disappointed. Germain Honda of Dublin is my Honda dealer in Central Ohio, and hopefully yours on Sawmill Parkway just south of 270.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast. It is available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. We all just got an email from Upstairs Max.
Okay.
Where she has asked us for our nomination for Employee of the Month for May.
All right.
So who we voting for?
I already voted for Common Man.
Nope, I don't want to win.
You don't want to win? Why?
And you didn't. It's not for us. It's for the real people who work behind the scenes.
That's right. I agree. Well, Ted won it recently, right?
Ted works behind the scenes.
Yeah,
that's right.
A few months back, yeah.
Yeah, but
So I want to rig this. So who should we make win? Because there's one person I desperately don't want to win.
I know.
Tim. Right? That's what we're thinking.
That's
exactly
enough
right.
praise around here.
That's exactly right.
He doesn't need. You know what? Tim shouldn't be eligible to win.
The transformational leader. I agree. I think we've told him how good he is quite a few times.
Teddy, who's working really hard this month? You're talking to the people. I don't talk to him.
I always mention one guy, but then I was told he's not eligible, so I can't vote for that guy.
Baker?
Yeah.
No, because he's not full time.
Yeah. Here's Timmy right now.
Yeah.
Timmy,
Ryan Baker's great.
I'd like to vote for Ryan Baker. I've been told we can't vote for Ryan Baker.
He's not. Well, he's not a. Yeah.
Timmy, who we voting for Employee of the Month?
Now, why can't we vote for Ryan Baker?
Because
I don't know.
I don't know why, but I've been told that we can't.
I know. I've been told that too. But who's to say we can't just do it anyway? Let's just make him a little trophy.
But I did it once, and they yelled at me.
Okay.
All right. So
they
we
said
do
you just
ourselves.
wasted your vote.
So we don't vote for him, and we give him his own Employee of the Month.
I know, but people actually like Employee of the Month because there's a cash prize that goes along with it.
We can come up with a cash prize for him.
We're doing a lot of stuff now for Ryan Baker. I mean, I like him, but what are we doing?
All right, I guess you don't like him that much. I thought I'd throw in a 10 spot.
Yeah, I mean, I would vote Now, like the people that I work with regularly around here, I work with Bodie a decent amount, who does a great job. I work with Jen a lot. She does a great job.
She just got it, so she's been taken care of.
Jen just got it, right?
She's the reigning champ.
I just got, like Max does a lot of work around here. Is she eligible?
I would like to point out that
yes.
Jen actually won Employee of the Month the month that she dropped an F-bomb.
Yes, she
on
did.
the airwaves.
That's right.
Impressive.
That's right.
If that's not a flex, I don't know what is.
Well, I mean, it shows her range, doesn't it?
It does.
She's the thing she's willing to do.
People on the YouTube chat are saying we should revolt and write in Baker.
I did. I wrote him in once.
And you got yelled at.
And I got yelled at saying, it's a wasted vote. Why are you doing that? We're not counting it.
Who is that? Does Kristen work here now?
She may as well.
Okay.
Do you know what Max did for us recently? For us sick degenerates down here?
Yeah. Please tell the story.
She came down here with a label maker and reorganized the coffee drawer to where she put all the Keurig cups. We had no place for them. We had this stupid box, like the box that the Keurig cups would be delivered in. We would just have it sitting on the countertop, like a bunch of losers we are. She took them all out of there, put them right side up in this drawer so you can see exactly what coffee you're having. She actually cleaned out the Keurig machine that none of us would ever clean out, and she purchased new parts for it so that we all don't get sick and die.
Can we vote for her?
Yeah,
I'd like to vote for her.
Let's vote for her.
Let's vote for her. Don't type in Max. I don't know who that is.
By the way, I will point out, she did tell me, because I said, that's really nice you're doing all this. She goes, well, I'm using this coffee maker now, so I need to make sure it's clean. So there is a little bit of a self-serving
That's fine. I'm still voting
mechanism.
for her.
And she's made a coffee bar for Big Rick upstairs. She's made a coffee bar.
I didn't know that.
Up there.
By the way, let's not call him Big Rick. Let's call him Big Rig. I think Big Rig is a way better name for the guy who runs this place.
The Big Rig.
Yeah, Big Rig is up there.
The Mack truck.
Yeah.
Making it happen.
Well, yeah, that's right.
How long has Big Rig been on the job?
2 months? 3 months?
I mean, he's the boss of the whole building.
The whole lot.
TV people, radio people.
You can't vote for him.
No,
I'm not going to vote for him. Here's my question.
Thank you, Teddy, arbiter of the rules.
My question is, do you think the listeners would like it if we had him as a guest on the show?
Absolutely.
If we brought him in here and we could take some questions from the listeners, you can ask him anything you want about 10 TV or the Fan.
That's a great idea.
Who knows if he's going to answer them?
Okay, I can't control what comes out of his mouth, but I can ask the question.
You know, he'd be good for a Fat Boy food tip.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be good if you did that segment when he was in there. He loves
going out to eat and has plenty of ideas on that from
like
what I've heard.
You just called him a fat ass is what you just did.
I said he'd be good for the Fat Boy food tip.
Guy.
You're calling him Big Rig.
No, he said he likes the Fat Boy food tips. He's told me that before. So I'm saying he might have a few of his own.
He's a fun guy.
He is a fun guy.
You know what? I will say this about Big Rig. Our new boss here, who started a few months ago.
Is that officially his name now, Big Rig?
Can we call him Big Rig?
Yes.
Why not?
As long as he's okay with it.
That's good. Him. You don't get to control your own nickname.
Well, you do when you control my paycheck.
Okay, fair enough.
Just
what's he going to do? Fire you for Big Rig?
I may not agree with you on everything on the nickname
radio
thing
nicknames.
There, when it comes to him, if he's cool with it, we'll call him Big Rig. But no, I will say this: I have talked like eye to eye. Well, not eye to eye, but like looking the man in the face. We have talked to each other.
He's 6'5". You stare into his chest, right?
Yeah, right. We have talked to each other in person, one-on-one, like at least a half dozen times. More than just a, hey, how you doing? Like he's been in meetings we've all been in. The guy who had his job before.
Oh, never met him.
I made it a point of pride. Not once in the entire time I worked here did that guy ever introduce himself to me. So Big Rig, my guy. Old Big Rig, not my guy.
No, he's not old. Old Big Rig.
Former Big Rig, not my guy. New Big Rig, my guy.
Broken down old Big Rig. Yeah.
You know what? Not Big Rig. Half ton. That's what the old guys, half ton pickup. Not a Big Rig.
Can we pay off on the tees?
Oh, yeah.
Give me a little Penn State James Franklin news.
Yeah, so this is not, I'm going to say not the best look for a place that's already had a history of not taking care of the people involved on your campus. A former Penn State team doctor is alleging that James Franklin attempted to interfere with medical decisions involving players on the team. Now, one of these cases involves, he was the team doctor since in 2014, and he claimed in a civil trial against Franklin, the school basically pushed Franklin and Sandy Barber, who was the athletic director, to medically disqualify a player who attempted suicide in order to free up a scholarship. The unidentified player was in short-term psychiatric care. Seidenberg said, I perceive this as an attempt to influence medical decisions. I would say so if that's what actually happened. So this is in a lawsuit that's been filed by Dr. Scott Lynch and this doctor, Dr. Seidenberg. Dr. Scott Lynch was former director of athletic medicine. So both of them are alleging there were multiple issues like this going on at Penn State. But this is obviously the one that's taken quite a bit of the headlines. So
all right.
That is not good.
All right.
Keep an eye on that story if more develops from there.
Fat Boy Food Tap coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
We've got stop-and-go traffic causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 161 between Sunbury Road and New Albany Road, and expect a couple-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce. Give them joy on Put-in-Bay. Laughter, jumping into the pool, delight from a hole-in-one, and amusement riding a train, golf cart, and carousel. Plan your weekday island getaway today at visitputinbay.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1. The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors. Voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
We go to war for you. I'm attorney Robert Sugar of Sugar Shannara Trial Attorneys. When it comes to accidents and injuries, we're here to fight for you. Get a free consultation today and know your rights. Results matter to us because we go to war for your family. Warforyou.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Do you ever worry about a sales guy trying to sell you on something that you really don't need, or even worse, sell you on a product that turns out to be low quality? I absolutely hate that. But you don't have to worry about that with Newman Roofing. They work hard to eliminate that fear, as they're going to be honest with you about what you really need and what product works the best. When we got our roof, we sat down with Tim and his team, and they showed us 3 to 4 different styles. We talked about prices, we talked about quality, and what would best fit our needs. They were fully transparent about it, and we were so happy with the entire process. They're not going to overpromise and underdeliver. We got more than what we bargained for, which was one heck of a quality roof. The Newman sales team, they try to do things right from the very beginning, and you're going to be greeted with a friendly voice who's focused on your needs. And you can see that because of the hundreds of 5-star reviews and why they're one of the most trusted family names in Central Ohio. So give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or check them out online at newmanroofing.com.
Big things are happening on the east side. We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Sign and Drive Green Tag event continues, offering 0% for 84 months with no money down on a John Deere compact utility tractor with loader. Limited time offer. Visit your local Ag Pro today. Offer ends May 31st, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall in the NBA. You could feel this coming. It happened today. The Cleveland Cavaliers fire head coach J.B. Bickerstaff after 5 seasons, back-to-back postseason appearances. He had a 170 and 159 regular season record, but tension was brewing behind the scenes. A recent Athletic piece detailed GM Kobe Altman admonishing Bickerstaff in front of the whole coaching staff for playing Donovan Mitchell too much. Players expressed frustration in the offense and lack of structure in practices. A couple potential candidates for the job to watch: Warriors assistant Kenny Atkinson, Pelicans assistant James Borrego. Eastern Conference Finals continue tonight. You'll hear it on the Fan after the Buckeyes show. Celtics host the Pacers, looking for a 2-0 series lead. Tyvis is with me. Our guest will be Bengals safety Von Bell at 6:33. OTAs going on for Cincy and the Browns and elsewhere around the league. In baseball, the Guards off today. They will take on the Angels tomorrow night. Breaking sports news on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. So glad you're here. Tell a friend. We have a friend referral program with the show where if you tell a friend about our show and they get hooked on the show, we then send you $1 million.
This is all news to me.
No hole.
I don't think that's true.
No, but you know what?
The math ain't mathin', buddy.
If you can provide proof that you turned somebody new onto the show, I do have something to give you.
Oh.
We have special things here.
Special things.
We have, I can't tell you what it is.
I know you can't tell what it is.
But a select few of you have received them already.
Mm-hmm.
And just know that we can take them away at any time.
Oh, we can?
That's part of the deal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's part of the written contract that comes with the special thing.
Oh, my.
Yes. It's right there on the piece of paper that comes with the thing.
Yeah.
If you annoy us in any way, we'll just come over and rip that out of your bony hands.
What if
and
they
then
have,
beat you pretty severely.
What if they have fat hands? We'll starve them till they become bony and then steal it out of their bony hands? Is
That's
that right?
correct.
Okay.
Yes. But tell a friend about the show and then tell us how you told that friend about the show, and maybe we'll send you something special.
Maybe, or maybe not.
Fatboy Food Tap.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fatboy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right, now, you have something about a new product that we should all be aware of, but after that, I'm going to tell you how I believe a new golden era of fast food is about to begin.
Well, that's good. I can't wait for that. But I'll tell you this. This comes from Craig, one of our dedicated listeners, who's also always in the YouTube live stream chat. So we appreciate you, Craig. He sent this, though, via Twitter. It is a new product, I guess, that I was not aware of. Maybe it's been around. You didn't know about this either when I brought it up to you. Our friends at Jif, the OGs when it comes to peanut butter.
Oh, it's not even
superior
close.
peanut butter.
Not even
Jif.
close. Like people, there are Skippy people out there. I wouldn't even talk to them.
I mean, truth be told, I'll eat whatever peanut butter you put in front of me, but I know.
I wouldn't even talk to a Skippy person.
I know. Jif has come up with something that I think other places have tried to do this too. I'd be curious to try this out. It is their peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread. Now, here's how they describe it on their website. Meet the splurge-worthy spread, not splooge-worthy spread, as I initially read that.
Splooge!
Splurge-worthy spread you never knew you always wanted. It has thick, creamy texture. Bet it has a thick, creamy mouthfeel, too.
Mm-hmm.
And salty, peanutty goodness of Jif peanut butter, combined with the sweetness of a chocolate-flavored spread. Better yet, it contains 50% less sugar than the leading hazelnut spread with
I don't
cocoa.
care. Let me tell you something. This is not a health thing. All right, don't give me that crap. I don't care. How does it taste?
Right.
That's what I care about. Also, I am just excited for a peanut butter and chocolate spread because all the spreads that I've had are either straight chocolate homie, or it's hazelnut stuff.
Well, right. I'm saying this is their attempt basically to go at the hazelnut spread.
And I got no problem with that. I love Nutella.
Yeah,
I love a good hazelnut spread, but I love
saying,
peanut butter more.
We want to put our own stuff in the way of a Nutella buyer. And so now there's this. I don't know. They're 50% less sugar. It does say sugar content has been lowered from 21 grams to 10 grams of sugar. Now, this is per serving size, which is 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons are still going to rack you up 200 calories. and
it's peanut butter,
20% total fat
and chocolate
of your daily value there. The point I'm making is, don't mistake this for health food, but if this is something you enjoy, rightfully so.
That's why I'm saying that's not a play.
No,
the less sugar thing is not a play.
I don't even know why they put it on there.
All your marketing
I don't care.
should be, it's going to make your pants fly off your body.
Yeah, not from gaining weight.
No,
but from,
not from that and
maybe
from diarrhea, but
Never
just excitement.
I see.
That's how excited you're going to be.
Sure. All right, well, there you go.
Are you on my thing now?
That's the peanut butter chocolate thing from Jif.
Yes. So I alternate in the morning time between the BBC News, the international news, and CNBC. Because I like to hear people talk about finances, even though I understand very little of it.
All right.
It was like hearing my mother and my grandmother speaking Italian when I was a kid. I could pick up about 10%. The rest I sort of have to fill in myself.
I see.
That's what it's like when I'm watching financial people on TV.
You're like, oh, Amazon. I know that one. Okay. Oh, Walmart. I've heard of them.
Well, so I saw the other day, Target, I guess, missed their earnings for the quarter.
All right.
And so their stock took a little bit of a tumble.
Gotcha.
Walmart's stock, though, up.
Okay.
Because they are finding as, the prices continue to go up for things like fast food, more people are just shopping at Walmart looking for a deal.
Okay.
Even higher income people, they're saying, I want a deal.
Well, that's,
so they go to Walmart. So what Target is going to start to do is they're going to start to price compete with Walmart because they have to. Also, I'm reading something, ABC News today. McDonald's is coming out with value options. Wendy's is trying to one-up them by coming up with value options. They just came up with a new $3 breakfast value thing.
That's right.
Where you get yourself a sandwich and potatoes for $3. McDonald's is coming out with the $5 value thing. They also have like the daily double bundle that they're advertising now for $3.50. And so the experts in these fields are saying this is the first sign that we're truly going to see some good deals because now the companies are fighting against each other.
Yeah.
They want the business. They're going to start lowering the prices to compete against themselves.
That's what
we all benefit.
That's what we'd all been hoping they would do at some point, right?
And it looks like now they're doing it.
Maybe. I hope so.
Because if McDonald's and Wendy's are fighting, Burger King's going to jump in there too.
I hope so. That would be good. It would be very helpful. What I would hate to see is if all those giant companies one day went to I don't know, Switzerland or somewhere, just like off-site, off America, whatever, just went somewhere and they're like, hey, we should all just stop doing this, right? If we all just keep our prices high.
I think they did that for a long time, but now they're realizing that people just will stop coming.
Yeah, well, good.
They'll stop going.
Good. I hope so. Which is why it always annoys me when people write these stories that are like, oh, the death of fast food, this is bad and that's bad. It's like, well, fast food is meant to be a certain price point. If it's not, eventually people are going to get tired of it and they're not going to order it. And then you're going to have to adjust. So do that, all right? Stop blaming millennials for killing everything. They're not killing stuff. They're smart. They're saying, we don't like this. We don't like it for the price.
Fox has released its Friday night football schedule. So SmackDown is going away. They're going to fill that time with sports, okay?
Yep.
So here's what we have. Friday, September 13th, 8 o'clock on Fox, Arizona at Kansas State. I can't wait.
Oh, buddy. Woo. That's the, we used to have Quarterbacks Bowl, right?
Sure.
Guys who, Will Howard transferred from Kansas State. Jaden Rashad, I think, transferred from Arizona State. Or did you say Arizona?
Arizona, not Arizona
You know what?
State.
Arizona probably had a quarterback that transferred out too. Let him live.
Friday, September 20th, 8 o'clock on Fox, Illinois at Nebraska. Yes.
Oh, buddy.
That's
the all Corn Bowl right there, man.
Friday, September 27th, 8 o'clock on Fox, Washington at Rutgers. You're going to hear a lot of the same schools over and over again on here.
That's not the game. There is a Rutgers.
I'm going to get to
Rutgers
it. Don't
game
spoil
though.
it. I'm going to get to it.
What's the start time on the Washington Rutgers game for what it's worth?
8 o'clock.
Okay.
Friday, October 4th, 9 o'clock start on Fox. Michigan State at Oregon. So that would be a 6 o'clock local time start in Oregon.
Well, you know what? You wanted the check. This is how the check gets paid. That's what you got to do.
Fine. Friday, October 11th, 8 o'clock on Fox. Northwestern at Maryland. Friday, October 18th, 8 o'clock on Fox. Oregon at Purdue. Friday, October 25th, this is the one you're talking about. Now, this is Rutger at USC. The kick time on Fox is 11 in the P. 11 in the P. So all 7 of you Rutger fans that are desperate to watch that game, you're not even getting a kickoff until after 11 o'clock.
Well, I will say this, too. Now, I think there's a reason for this one, believe it or not. I believe there's World Series game involved in this, so they're scheduling around that. But even so, don't be surprised when some of the West Coast Big Ten schools, and yes, that's a phrase we now have to get used to saying, start pushing for times that make sense for them, right? I'm not saying 11 o'clock is exactly it. That's 8 o'clock their time. That's even a little bit of a late start for a night game on the West Coast. But, yeah, I mean, there are going to be a lot of USC kick times where they're going to want it at 10 or 10:30. And if your team happens to be the team playing them that week, that's going to suck.
Friday, November 8th, 9 o'clock on Fox, Iowa at UCLA. Friday, November 15th, 9 o'clock, UCLA at Washington. Friday, November 22nd, 8 o'clock, Purdue at Michigan State.
Loss.
Just
for anyone watching. I just feel bad because we're naming all these schedules. Usually we say win, loss. I just had to throw one of them in.
Friday, November 29th, 8 o'clock on Fox, Utah at UCF.
Oh,
all right.
Well, I guess that's.
And then
Friday. Why are they playing UCF at when?
Friday, November 29th. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Wait,
Friday,
that's not even a Big Ten school. What am I talking
Friday,
about?
December 6th is the Mountain West Championship.
Okay.
8 o'clock
so
on
they're just putting a college football game on Friday. Most of them will be Big Ten matchups, but some of them will not be. I see.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Anyway, there is your Fox schedule. It's okay now, Buckeye fans. We've avoided it for this year.
Oh, but it'll happen.
Will we always? No, of course it will. Will we always avoid it? No. We're going to be on there. And let me tell you, rest assured that when the Buckeyes are on there at some point, it will not mean the death of all things high school football. Nope. It will just mean for 1 week, you have to deal with this stupid schedule anomaly.
Yeah. And then everyone will go back to doing what they regularly do.
Who's going to go to high school football now? Everybody who normally would go to high school football will go.
Yeah, and if you are someone who's like, well, I wouldn't go to a high school football game if the Buckeyes are playing, then right, you probably don't go to every game. You probably go to some of them. This would just be one of the ones you don't go to.
Sorry, Johnny, I know you're the tight end for the team. It's a big one against your rival, but I got to stay home to watch Ohio State, and who would they put?
Yeah, it's going to be like Ohio State and Indiana or something.
Yeah,
they're not doing like
Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah, right. They're not putting in the Ohio State USC game. Is not going to be at 11 o'clock on a Friday night. I guarantee you that.
Or it could be one of their MAC games, right? Where they try to juice that up.
Theoretically, they could put that in there. You're right, yeah.
One of the greatest streaks in sports is over. When I first read this, I thought it said one of the greatest stakes is over, and I got excited. Like my nipples got hard for 1 second.
You wrote what's on your own sheet.
But I wrote it hours ago. I don't remember now. One of the greatest streaks in sports is over. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're going to hit a 15-minute delay if you need to travel northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between the Tuttle Crossing Boulevard and 33. And a 10-minute slowdown is on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate, not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Good to know. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and if you've been battling some joint issues, I want to tell you about something that can change your life. It can make you feel better and get you out moving again. It's QC Kinetics. You see, QC Kinetics, they're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Well, what does that mean? They're going to use your own body's biologics to help heal you in different areas. The areas that are hurting, the knees, the backs, the hips, the shoulders, they can help improve that without surgeries, without pills, and without down time. They will improve the pain and get you moving and feeling good again. My dad was a patient there. I've been a patient there. We've been able to move around. It's helped him walk more. It's helped me get back on the track and start running again so I can do the stuff I want to do and pretend that I'm still 20 years old. So take action now and go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call for a free consult at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544, and take back your life this spring and be active as you want this summer.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Boring.
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe,
we got 7.
And here's our number 2.
Sunny Street Cafe, serving pancakes so fluffy you could sleep on them.
Now with 8 locations.
Common Man here for Diamonds Direct. Let's chat about Diamonds Direct for a sec. Their name says it all, right? But here's the real deal. Diamonds Direct is the true shopping experience. Picture this. You step into the store, and the energy's electric. The welcome's warm. They've got your favorite drink ready, and everybody's having a good time. It's not your typical hush-hush jewelry scene. It's like walking into the home of a trusted friend that has millions upon millions of dollars in precious gemstones just sitting there on the coffee table for you to check out. And the people there, they're not just about sales. They care. They dive into your story, what you're celebrating, and then they're going to work their magic to find something amazing that's not going to break the bank. And trust me, they've got the perks. Whether it's free cleanings, maintenance, even birthday surprises, it's all on the house. So whether you're planning that big proposal or looking to treat yourself for someone special, stop by Diamonds Direct. And if you don't believe me, go on Google, read all the reviews. Those are real people. For the best quality, price, and shopping experience, there's no better choice than Diamonds Direct. Check them out online, diamondsdirect.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
The Fan is your home for NBA playoff action. Catch every game of the conference finals and NBA finals on The Fan and ESPN Columbus. How does one listen to such magical things? On the Fan app, silly. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. Do it.
Want a great choice with great value? It's great to drive Honda and save thousands with low 1.9% financing. All your favorite Honda models are in stock. Save big on a great selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks, like the new 2024 Honda Ridgeline, now with low 1.9% financing. There's never been a better time to buy a new Honda. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 7/8/24.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina. Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Did you know 38% of Ohio's teenagers have spent money on gambling in video and online games? Items like mystery boxes, skins, and spin to win mimic gambling, putting children at a higher risk of experiencing a gambling disorder as an adult. So get in the know about youth gambling and start the conversation with discussion guides, parent resources, and more at changethegameohio.org. That's changethegameohio.org.
Not wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Just a very slight chance of a shower on this Thursday. Otherwise, more clouds than sun, breezy and warm. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the low 60s with light winds and fair skies. Little fog early Friday. Otherwise, more sunshine, light winds, and a high in the low to mid 80s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
I would like to point something out.
Okay.
Often we talk about 10 TV sports anchor Dom Tiberi.
We do.
He's a local legend. We make fun of him most of the time because he makes fun of himself. He is a whatever you think Dom is, he is that.
Yeah, whatever you've seen on TV. There are some people you say, man, when that guy gets off TV or when he's not on the movie set or when he's not on the field for a sports team,
that's not
totally
Dom.
different guy.
Dom
he
lives that gimmick, man.
That's
he's
him.
Like Ric Flair.
Well, I think he's just that guy on TV, at the grocery store, wherever you run into Dom, he's Dom.
But he's been doing what he's been doing here at Channel 10 for 40 years, 40 plus years.
Plus years, yeah.
Right. And so you would think, well, I have respect for him because of that. And I do, kind of.
Well, I do too.
But here's why I really have respect for Dom. Back-to-back days. Saw him yesterday getting out of his car. Saw him today getting out of his car. Both days, he's carrying Popeye's trash with him.
Yeah.
He had it back-to-back days and makes no apologies for it. He loves Popeye's chicken.
Good
Loves
for
it.
him. Yeah. I agree with him. Well, we love Popeyes on this show. But yeah, that's anybody, if you meet, it's like when you listen to the same type of music, you root for the same sports team. When I see someone getting out of a car with a bag of food, whether it's trash or they're about to eat it. I know
you're one of us.
Yeah, and you have the bag of food that I like that's maybe, Popeyes is not the most popular restaurant, is it? Not compared to McDonald's, right? I'm saying they've got a lot of locations, not as many as McDonald's does. If I see you carrying a Popeyes bag, I say, all right, you get it. If I see you carrying a Culver's bag, you get it. You know what I mean? Like, I identify with you a little bit more.
I'm going to be at Disney World next week. I'll be dying.
Because it'll be hot.
Yes, and miserable. Last time I was there, I was wearing my Blue Jackets cap around. And I saw somebody else wearing a Blue Jacket thing. And we had a little moment with each other. We didn't stop because we had places to go. I got a fast pass to get to, all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
But we just sort of looked at each other and said, right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. That's what you do.
And then you looked at them and said, I'm sorry. And they said, I'm sorry as well.
I said we had a thing. It was pain in our eyes is what it was.
It was like that commercial where there was the native person. The man was standing there watching someone throw a piece of trash on his beloved land.
That's
and
right.
Tear trickled down. That's what you had with that Jackets fan.
Actor was an Italian guy, by the way.
Was it really?
Yes. Was.
It's just leave it to America. Hey, can we get an actual Native American to represent the plight of Native Americans?
Crying Italian guy.
No, let's not do that.
What did I tease? Oh, one of the greatest streaks in sports is over.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised by this one. And I feel bad because Beam and I may have jinxed it on our podcast, Bone and Beam United. We talked about this before this happened, and we said, well, Bayer Leverkusen, who has not lost all year, they had 51 games where they had either won or tied. We talked about them a little bit on the show here.
Absolutely.
Where they'd come back 16 times after the 90th minute to either tie or win a game to keep this streak going. So they had not lost all of the current season, and they are playing in something called, they were yesterday, in a thing called the Europa League Final. It's basically like
you're playing on a moon of Jupiter.
Yes.
Is what you're doing.
It is not the Champions League. It is the next group of teams that didn't finish like first or second in their league. They finished third or fourth last year. They play in the Europa League.
Now,
it's another
next year they'll be in the championship.
Next year they'll be in the Champions League.
Because they won their whole league.
They won the German league this year, so they'll be in Champions League next year. But that last year they qualified for Europa.
What do you think of when you think of Germans?
What do you mean?
Other than Nazi stuff,
I try not to think of that.
Well, I try not to too, but it's hard not to have it creep in. But for some reason, whenever you say German,
yeah,
I always think of like, oh, hello, Frau. Like that sort of.
Yeah, I could see that. That's the accent that might come to. Yeah, that's an accent that I would see happening.
Right, but I don't know why I have that. Because I don't have like angry German in my head.
No, I don't either.
I have hello, how are you today?
I have I have pensive German, to your point. I have that is very interesting that you say
exactly.
It that way.
Why do we do that? Is it because of Mike Myers' sprockets?
Probably.
Now is the time on sprockets where we dance.
No, but I actually have a few, when I think of Germans, I have a few friends that live in Germany, some of whom are expats, one who is actually of German descent, but I think of them, and then I think of Jurgen Klopp, who coached Liverpool and is very German, and it's probably going to be the German national team coach because he's done at Liverpool now.
Hello, how are you?
Now's the time when we dance.
Yeah, I have positive vibes with Germany, like when it comes to, because I think of those people. That's what I think of. Anyway, Bayer Leverkusen, they lost. That's the Europa League.
Yeah.
Their 51-game unbeaten streak. They lost to.
Who'd they lose to?
Atalanta.
Who's that?
I believe Atalanta is, I always get this wrong. They're either in Italy or Spain. I think it's Italy. I could be wrong.
Pretty much the same thing, right, Bone?
No, I didn't say that at all. I'm just saying I don't follow the leagues well enough to know which one I think they're in Italy. I could be wrong.
Now's the time of me dogs.
Hang on. I'm pretty sure they're in Italy. Yeah.
Teddy?
Yeah, they're in Serie A. They're in Italy. That's right. They're in Italy. I guessed right. Anyway, they had a guy named Ademola Lookman who had played for a couple other teams, Everton and RB Leipzig. He scored 3 goals in this game.
You said that fast.
RB Leipzig.
Is that a person?
No, that's a team.
Okay.
They're owned by Red Bull, but they can't say Red Bull, so they say RB.
Why can't they say Red Bull?
Because the German league has a rule against naming your team after a company.
So you can just say RB?
Well, they found a word that means like lawn ball in German. This is real. They found a word that means grass ball or something like that in German, and it's Rosenbleichen or something.
Rosenbleichen.
Whatever the word is.
How are you today, Rosenbleichen?
So they called their team that Leipzig, and then they abbreviated RB, and they have a Red Bull as their sponsor. So anyway, this guy had 3 goals and beat Bayer Neverlosing. Well, now never winning again.
Would you like to join me for a long weekend in Munich?
You know, it's funny. I have a guy that I worked with when I worked at the German automaker, BMW, who is he's not from Germany, but now lives in Germany. Corey, my buddy, who listens to our show sometimes in Germany.
How are you, Corey?
And then my wife had a roommate in college who is from New Jersey. They went to Ohio State together. She moved to Germany, and she is now with a guy, Stefan, who is from Germany.
Hello, Stefan.
So, yeah, and they're coming into town tomorrow. We're going to see him. So I'm actually going to see some of my German friends tomorrow. How about that?
But they're not from...
Well, Stefan is.
Oh, Stefan is.
Yeah, Stefan is from Germany.
You know what you should say to him when you see him?
What should I say?
Would you like to touch my monkey?
I will not say that to Stefan. Do you think he'll know? Do you think he'll know the reference?
No. You should say it anyway.
But he will... Well, no matter what,
Stefan, it's been so long.
Would you like to touch my monkey?
No matter what I say to him, he will be pensive and polite. He will say, "Oh, touch your monkey. I'm not familiar." Yes. He will do that. I'm sure.
I understand this American jargon.
By the way, it is so humiliating, at least for me. I don't know if you feel this way. When I meet someone from Europe and they come here and they speak English about as well as I do, and then I know they've got a whole nother language that they speak probably way better than I speak my current language. And yet they come here and they're like, yes, we also do English. Yes, I can talk to you in English. This is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad. I'm always embarrassed. I'm like, I can't do any of that. I can't go over there and
feel bad. Okay. It's not in our culture. We weren't brought up that way. Trust me. If they spoke a completely different language in Pittsburgh and in Detroit,
well, fair enough.
We grew up around that, then we'd have to learn it because we'd be interacting with those people. We'd be traveling there on vacations. We don't have that here.
Well, they do speak a completely different language in the South, and you still refuse to learn that language. So,
because I hate them. I do have to learn what the Yinzers are saying, though, when I go to Pittsburgh. Hey, let's go downtown.
Let's go downtown. Downtown. Yins want some food? Yins want some food?
Oh, hello. Would you like to go downtown?
Yeah, if the German people come over here and then they've got the accents down, that would be very impressive.
I have some shocking news for you. Shocking. Listen to me. Shocking news for you. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find a 5-minute delay due to an accident on westbound 70's off-ramp to the 71 East Split, and that's on the east side. And we've got a 10-minute slowdown if you're traveling southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and West Broad Street. This report is sponsored by Michael Foods. Michael Foods in West Jefferson, producer of Premier Protein Shakes, is hiring packaging machine operators, maintenance technicians, and quality technicians. Benefits like paid PTO, 401k with 6% match, and more. Apply today at michaelfoods.com/careers. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes Monster Energy and Red Bull and Gatorade and Body Armor. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
My guys at Germain Lexus are getting ready for the Memorial. What they do every single year is let the golfers drive around in beautiful Lexuses for the week. Then they take those cars and sell them to you. You could be driving Rory's car. The Germain all-month-long celebration's going on right now. You can get great deals like this one. 2024 RX 350, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $49.99 down, $519 a month. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is plush. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Listen up, gamers. Mountain Dew has always been your go-to for a refreshing citrus kick. Now it's also your go-to for gaming rewards. With Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards, you just look for codes under the caps of specially marked 20-ounce bottles of Mountain Dew. Enter those codes online to bank points, and then redeem them for awesome gaming gear. Everything from gift cards, game copies, controllers, consoles, custom Mountain Dew gaming gear, and more. Join Mountain Dew Gaming Rewards now.
Open to legal U.S. residents 18+. Subject to program terms at mountaindewgaming.com and 2525. Voter prohibited.
Is foot pain keeping you from living life to its fullest? Life is too short to be dealing with foot, knee, or back pain. Come into the Good Feet store and learn how the Good Feet Heart Support System can help you get pain-free. Call 880-9255 or go to goodfeet.com to make an appointment.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Sunday morning at 9 on The Fan.
Hi, this is Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. As a local family-owned business, we understand the importance of celebrating the ones we love. Stop in to find the perfect gift or check us out online at worthingtonjewelers.com.
If your garage door doesn't have windows, but you can still see through it, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do the stuff outdoors you love, the stuff you want to do, the hiking, the running, the playing on the beach. It's being around friends and family. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. If you're tired of achy joints, you need to call my friends over at QC Kinetics before you agree to any risky surgeries or steroids or harmful medications. That's what tens of thousands of real-life patients around the country did, just like me with my knee. My dad did with his knee. Some of our friends and family who have done it with knees and shoulders and a variety of joints. They're out walking around now, enjoying the time outside. Or you could be like a guy like Chad, who wants to live life to the fullest, but his knees have been bothering him. He's been on pain meds forever. He went to crutches on his high school reunion, but that was before he found QC Kinetics, and now he's bouncing around like the pain is gone. And QC Kinetics has a national director in Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, who's been doing this for over 20 years. So go check him out at 614-208-4544. That's 614-208-4544.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
There was some speed to this.
The sudden roars.
Gauged it just right.
That Sunday celebration.
From Oslo to Ohio, Victor Hovland is the champion.
It's better live. Join us at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, June 3rd through 9th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than Common Man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Thursday. Hey, you know where the most fun place is in the entire world?
Where's that, Mike?
My pants. You know what the second most fun place is in the entire world?
Oh, Mike, I think that's the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Yes.
Oh, was there another answer?
I wasn't going there, but yes.
Oh, yes.
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 Bone and I do all our banging at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus, and we want you to go there too. As a matter of fact, as a free gift when you walk in, they'll give you one of my used pants.
No, they won't.
Actually, gently used.
You know what? If they do, I give you permission to turn around and leave. and then come back to another entrance, and hopefully they won't do that again.
You know what you should do? Because they have security when you walk into a casino. It's a casino.
It's a casino.
Right. They got to make sure that, people aren't stealing stuff. They got to make sure that you're the appropriate age to come in,
yeah,
right?
Exactly right.
And so when you go up and you talk to one of the security people on your way in, they're going to say hello to you, probably check your ID. I want you to look them in the eye and say, "Oh, hello, how are you, Frau?" Just like that.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
I don't think you should.
They're seeing the same things every single day, having the same conversations every day. You're probably giving them something good to talk about when they go home and have dinner that night.
That's, you know what? Fair enough.
I had a creepy German guy come up to me today. Oh,
sure.
Hello, how are you, Frau?
You don't think they get a lot of Germans at the casino?
No.
They might. You never know.
No.
Get right off the plane, like, take me to where I can play the slots. No?
How did you get here, German man?
I flew here on the plane.
What?
From the airport.
On the plane.
I took the Uber.
Oh, Uber. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yes.
I have some shocking news for you, Bones. Shocking. Antonio Brown has filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, that is shocking.
Yes.
Who could have seen that coming?
He's made over $80 million in his NFL career, but he owes nearly $3 million to 8 different creditors, as he stated by paperwork filed May 15th in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court of the Southern District of Florida.
Uh-huh.
Those homeowners insurance rates are pretty high in Florida. It's probably the problem.
That's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The amount includes $1.2 million court judgment to Anton Tumanoff,
okay,
a moving truck driver who sued Brown for assault and battery during an altercation in 2020.
That's right. I remember that one.
It also includes money owed on a credit card, a marketing firm, and a law firm, among other debts.
Okay.
Brown's own media company, CTE SPN.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not. Common man.
CTE SPN.
No, it's not. You can't name your company that. That's not allowed.
Confirmed the bankruptcy via social media earlier this week. Yes, he does have CTE, probably. All right. I'll tell you, degenerative brain diseases are funny, aren't they?
Next thing you're going to tell me he has a restaurant called Piece of Crapplebee's. Like, what are we talking? Like, how do you name it? CTESPN. Yeah, I know. I know that's what's going on, AB. I know that's what's up there.
See, now, normally what happens, because, like, didn't Evander Holyfield file for bankruptcy, too? And he owed millions of dollars, but he also had millions of dollars worth of assets.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a thing you can do. I know companies do it for different reasons than people typically do. But yeah, if you have a bunch of assets, you might just say, hey, I'm trying to gain bankruptcy protection here. I want to make sure that all of a sudden I'm letting everybody know so we can try to find a way to amicably solve
Right. It's
this.
like, hey, I owe these millions, but I also own a home that's worth $11 million. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd like not to sell that home.
Right. But maybe, doesn't that give you, again, not a financial advisor or lawyer, but I feel like that gives you an opportunity to then work with your lenders to try to find better solutions, possibly. I don't know.
All right. Anyway.
If you have assets, if you have things that you can actually use to help remedy the situation.
Listen to me. He owes over $3 million.
Okay.
He says he doesn't have it. He made over $88 million as a player.
Uh-huh.
He does list his assets here.
Okay.
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 He currently claims he has less than $50,000 in assets, which means he owns nothing.
Right.
He doesn't own a home.
What?
He rents his home, apparently.
What?
Or he's just mortgage only and the bank owns it all. He probably doesn't even own a car. He leases or does something with. He doesn't own anything. He made $88 million. He has less than $50,000 in assets.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes people do get caught up in that where they think, I'm going to buy this car and it'll be an asset for me. I'm going to buy it in cash. And it doesn't quite, it's not the best asset to hold, right? Because cars tend to depreciate in value unless you have a super rare one. But still, buying a couple of Lamborghinis or Ferraris or whatever lavish expenses you may have incurred as a star player, if you actually bought them with cash and just had them, they would be some kind of asset that could help you in this situation. No, they wouldn't be worth what you paid for them, but they'd be worth something more than $50,000 and you could probably sell him and help yourself out of this situation a little bit. But apparently that's not even the case.
All right. R.I.P. Antonio Brown.
He's alive, just for what it's worth.
The Devils are hiring Sheldon Keefe, who was just let go by Toronto, to be their new head coach. I want to point out the Jackets are waiting so long to get the GM hire, air quotes, right, that they're willing to sacrifice another year. Because let me tell you something. I'll give you all the credit for this. A couple weeks ago, when you looked at me dead in the eyes and said, you watch, Pascal Vincent's going to be the coach of this team next year, I brushed you off. I said, no, they would never do that. They're not that stupid. Whether it's his fault or not, he's not the answer. He's never going to be the answer. And why would you have another lame duck year with Pascal before you get who you actually want in that job? But you know what? By the time they hire whoever the hell they're looking at for the GM job, they're going to be left with no other choice than to punt on this coaching position, have Pascal for another year doing nothing and developing nothing.
Yeah.
And then next offseason, we're doing the same song and dance.
I remain convinced that they will not hire someone this year to be the head coach. They are taking so long with this GM selection. And before Brian, I'm not even going to say Jackets fans. The only person who defends this now is literally Brian Hedger. But Brian Hedger can yell at me all he wants. But the reason they're taking so long, air quotes, is because their person that they're going to hire is a part of one of these brain trusts for a team that's in a conference final. Great. You're not getting the person responsible for building that team. You're probably not getting even the number 2 person for responsible. You're going to get an assistant to the assistant. Issue you're getting off those teams. If you
assistant to the traveling secretary.
Right.
George Costanza.
So whoever we're hiring at GM, I will be shocked if it is someone who is named currently. I asked this to Rimmer yesterday. I said, are we going to hire a GM who's actually got experience? Rimmer said he thinks the best thing would be to hire someone who's got experience at the GM level to run this organization. If they are saying we're waiting because this person is on one of these 4 teams left, guess what? You're not getting their GM. I'm sorry. There's no way you're doing that. And if you are, you're not getting the good one.
No, you're getting someone who used to be a GM who is now with these teams as a special advisor.
Yes, that's exactly. You'll get someone with experience who's just hanging around the front office.
You'll get someone with experience. But you know what? I know you can't. Oh, I can't talk to him now. Let me.
What are you talking about? Yes, you can.
First of all, if I'm the Blue Jackets, I just break all the rules.
Yeah,
I don't leave a paper trail. I just say, hey, who do you want us to hire? We'll just hire him. Who do you want your coach to be? And then magically he's here for you.
But what do you mean?
Oh, look. You know who you want to hire for the GM job.
See. Yeah, you called it. You're saying you
reach out to him on the down low and say, hey, man, who do you want your head coach to be? Yeah. Let's go get him while he's available.
Well, right. Or at the very least, you have to not have a paper trail, and maybe you don't do any of this, and you just say, hey, coach, don't take a job. We got you covered. And then you hope it all holds out. But yeah, because they want to go for this super smartest guy in the room move and go hire someone off one of these 4 teams left.
No, they're going to get it right.
Oh, sure.
Air quotes, right.
I'd love to believe it.
Degenerate T-Bone is next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a crash blocking the right lane on southbound 315 at West Broad Street. Emergency crews are on scene there. And we also have a 5-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Donato's is bringing you huge savings on a large pizza. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for just $10.99. Yes, $10.99. When you order online and pick it up, use promo code PICKUP. Limit of 5 pizza. Pick up your Donato's and save today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's a little slice of heaven in a mountain town escape. A pace of life that's less hurried, more authentic, where people greet you with a smile and experiences feel down to earth. yet elevated. From Appalachian art to wineries and craft breweries, live music to a lively spirit. This is West Virginia. We call it almost heaven. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Hey, it's Bobby. When you have a large investment like a new roof, you want to work with a company you can trust. One with 30 years of experience and hundreds of 5-star Google reviews, 0 complaints with the BBB. That's Newman Roofing. So go check them out at newmanroofing.com or give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we've got 7.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like number 3.
Sunny Street Cafe. Classic breakfast and lunch. Comfort food. But like if Grandma went to culinary school.
With 8 locations.
Right now during Jeep 4x4 season, well-qualified lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $3,837 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial Services. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 6/3/2024. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Morning Juice.
You are now in the headspace with the crew of being potentially the best ever MLS team to play. This is the best ever assembly of MLS talent.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. What's the difference? Basically, the name. Direct Auto offers savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, just like you're used to, which means you never have to make trade-offs when it comes to paying for car insurance. So don't even think about carpooling to work with Talkative Ted. It's time to stop compromising and keep driving with Direct Auto. Get a free quote at directauto.com or call 1-877-GO-DIRECT. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. Oh no, I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my 2 best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy?
Yes.
This ain't one of them.
No.
Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Teddy?
Yes.
Reds lost today.
I thought they had that one today. They came back, tied it up. I was feeling good, and they lost.
The only game of this series that they won is the one that I told you to take to the bank.
Yeah, you were right.
Game 1.
You know what? There you go.
They won it 2-0, and then not.
No.
Bad.
It'll be a long summer, Teddy.
It will, once we get there.
Well, the weather says we already are there, so it's going to be a long summer. Degenerate T-Bone.
Common Man and T-Bones. Degenerate T-Bone.
Degenerate T-Bone.
T-Bone's picks for the weekend.
Sponsored by Ohio Health. Choose between virtual or in-person appointments at 200+ care sites, providing the finest care anywhere. ohiohealth.com/finest care.
Bone.
Well, man, we have got a couple games in the NBA to talk about. One tonight, one tomorrow. The Pacers trying to get a game and get a split in Boston for game 2.
Yeah.
They are down 1-0 after completely giving away game 1. They had it. They should have won it. Tyrese Halliburton seemed like the moment was a little too big for him in that game. He dribbled the ball off his leg a couple times in the fourth quarter when they should have been able to ice it. Anyway, they lost that game that they pretty much had won. Now they are down 1-0 in the series, and they got to get a split here. Otherwise, it's going to be tough going back to Indy down 0-2. They, however, are getting 9 points in this game. And the Celtics, I feel like, man, this is such an uphill battle for the Pacers because of the fact mentally they already got the game in Boston. They should have to win 3 more to win this series. Now they still have to win 4. It's almost like they have to win 5 from a mentality standpoint. Boston comes out in this game, and I feel like I would lay the 9 points. Honestly, I feel like Boston wins this game going away. I feel like they're down 0-2 going away. And then, they regroup. Indy does back at home and tries to get something. But Boston is almost like minus 400. They're minus 395. Like, this is not expected to be close in this game. And I will be shocked if it is. I think the Pacers are going to be demoralized by this. And Boston's going to be fired up. They're going to get game 2. And I don't feel like it's going to be tough. Then tomorrow night, you have got the Mavs taking on Minnesota. If you didn't see this last night, hell of a game. Dallas got it done in game 1. But I don't expect that in game 2. Timberwolves are going to be awake for this one. They're going to be back in this, and they are going to, I think, be able to cover the 5.5 point spread.
Are they going to do a 180?
I don't know if they'll go a complete 180.
Is it going to be an awaken 180?
I don't know about that. I will say Kyrie Irving last night looked like he had drank from the fountain of youth because he was playing out of his mind. He's still obviously somewhat in his prime, but he had a great game. I don't expect that 2 in a row for the Mavs. I do think they are plus 180 for a reason in this one, and I think it'll be a struggle for them to get that 2-0 lead going back to Dallas. Minnesota wins game 2, and I'd lay the 5.5 points there. Now on to the Indy 500. Of course, this is scheduled for Sunday at 1 p.m. However, I'm not sure it's going to start at the scheduled time. Yeah, there's a lot of weather predicted. But here are your odds-on favorites right now. Scott McLaughlin, who sits on the pole and is driving one of the fastest cars we've ever seen in an IndyCar field. He is 4-1 odds to win the whole thing. Will Power is third, actually, on the odds, but second on the grid. He is at 6-1 odds. Joseph Newgarden, your defending champion, sits on the outside of row 1, and he is at 5-1 odds. So those are guys that are obviously pretty solid bets. If you're starting up front, you have a really good chance. A couple guys to keep an eye on. Kyle Larson's got a lot of people excited about him being in this because he is going to run this race and then run the NASCAR race later in the day is the hope if the weather holds and all that works out.
Quite a thing.
Yeah, it's called the double. Only a few people have done it. Tony Stewart's done it a few times. But Kyle Larson is 7-1 odds to win this. Do not bet on Kyle Larson winning the Indy 500. That is not likely. It is his first time doing this, and as good of a driver as he is, it is such a difficult race. I would shy away from him. Full disclosure, I'm biased against him. I do not like Kyle Larson, but I will just tell you, he's a hell of a driver. Don't pick him to win this race. Pick him to win lots of other races, though. A guy that I do think has a good shot at this, and he sits inside of row number 2 in the 4th spot. Alexander Rossi won the 100th running of the Indy 500. He is 10-1 basically to win this race. I like his odds. Going a little further down, if you want to look for a little bit more value, it's not much better, but Pato O'Ward is a guy who last year I thought had a hell of a drive, was very close to winning this race, had some problems down the stretch, but he had one of the fastest cars there with Arrow McLaren. He was back in that ride. I think he's got a good shot to win it all, and that's at 11-1 odds. You can also, in IndyCar betting, you can bet on them to finish top 5 or top 3. So, for example, Pato O'Ward, who I just said I think could win the whole thing, plus 260 if he finishes top 3. So just something to keep an eye on there. As far as guys that I have an affinity for, that I'm rooting for, that maybe a little bit longer shot, Takuma Sato has won this race twice. He is far down on the grid, but 30-1 odds might be something to keep an eye on if you're looking to take a long shot. And, of course, our guy Graham Rahal, who is, of course, Bobby Rahal. Love him in Columbus. Graham is 100-1 odds to win this race. He's the last car in the field. It will be a tremendous upset if Graham is able to pull this off, but I'm rooting for him to do so.
Thanks, Bone.
Hit the post.
That's pretty good. You timed that out.
I've tried.
Pretty good.
Not always how it works, but sometimes.
I'm not feeling too good right now.
What happened?
I don't know. I think something.
Hello, T-Bone.
Hello, Queen. How are you?
I have taken over the fat man's body.
Oh.
To tell you how excited I am for the Indianapolis 500.
Are you going to be attending in spirit? Or are you going to...
I will be there, but one time I was actually there.
Oh, you were? You attended the Indy 500?
I was. I went there in secret.
And what did you think?
It was fantastic. I spent the evening before having a large prawn dish at a place called Elmo's.
Yes.
Yes.
St. Elmo's.
Oh, the horseradish made me feel super randy.
It's a very spicy shrimp cocktail they do there.
Absolutely. I love it. It made me sweat above and below the equator.
Well, do you find yourself enjoying a spirited car racing event?
Well, let me tell you something. I had a spirited racing event with someone else that night.
Who is that?
Me and Mario Andretti.
Wow.
Oh, he gave me a lube job like you've never experienced before.
He knows his way around an engine bay. I'll give him that.
Let me tell you something. They can change those tires super quick.
Yeah.
But Mario is not quick. He's long. He's long and purposeful.
I'm surprised you weren't more of a fan of another Indy 500 winner and a legendary driver, Gordon Johncock. I would think you would have really enjoyed him.
Mario and I were doing the deed. There was a knock on the door.
Oh, was there really?
And it was Mr. Longcock.
Is that your nickname for Gordon Johncock?
Oh,
okay.
Yes, it was Mr.
I see.
Mr. Longcock.
I see.
Oh, he was fantastic.
I see. Yeah. Obviously, yeah. You probably hung out with him.
And then former Patriots running back Woodcock came to the room as well. Danny Woodhead was his name. I'm sorry, Danny Woodhead. He was also there, and we had a spirited game of badminton with the shuttlecock.
I see. Did you know that Gordon Johncock won the Indy 500 50 years ago last year?
Yes, I know.
Did you celebrate that last year?
Absolutely.
I'm sure you did.
We had the bubbly going.
Is that all that was going?
Oh, you know it was good. Bye-bye.
Okay. Good to know.
Queen's very excited.
About Gordon Johncock?
Yes.
My guy.
One of the richest people in sports says they have no money. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
If you need to travel northbound 270 on the west outer belt between Cemetery Road and 33, expect a 45-minute delay there. And we have a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking the left lane on westbound 70's ramp to northbound 71 on the east side, and a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. New name, same low-down payments. Go to directauto.com for a free quote. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
When it comes to getting a new roof, are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Whether residential or commercial, Schottenstein Roofing meets the needs of every customer. From roof installation and repair to siding and gutters, you name it, we do it. Call Schottenstein Roofing, 614-321-8888 to schedule your free inspection today. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pac Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pac Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from the other window place.
So Wilson, how do you show customers what new windows would look like on their home?
Well, we just all close our eyes and imagine what their home would look like. Why, isn't that what you do?
Actually, we've got technology that shows exactly how new windows will look on your home.
So no imagining?
Nope.
And I imagine your customers really like that.
Yeah, they do. Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
We go to war for you. At Sugar Snark Trial Attorneys, we're passionate about your rights. Whether it's a slip and fall, a dog bite, or a motorcycle accident, we're on your side. Call 877-WAR-FOR-YOU for a free consultation, or visit warforyou.com and let us fight for your rights. That's 877-WAR-FOR-YOU or visit warforyou.com.
warforyou.com. Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pains, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. The Reds couldn't get it done today. Sorry, Ted. Came back, tied the game at 4 in the 6th with a martini solo shot. But Fernando Tatis Jr. and company got it done in extras. 6-4 Padres win in 10 innings. The Pods take the series. Guardians are off today. They start a set at the Angels tomorrow night. College baseball is happening right now. The Buckeyes won their opener in the Big Ten tourney in Omaha. They are in action right now on ESPN Columbus, taking on Indiana in the double elimination event. After getting roughed up in the second, Buckeyes battle back, trail Indiana 5-4 in the bottom of the third. In the NBA, the Cavs have fired head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Eastern Conference Finals tonight. You'll hear it on the Fan after the Buckeyes show. Celtics host the Pacers, looking for a 2-0 series lead. Tyvis will be in with me tonight. Our guest, Bengal safety Von Bell at 6:33. Don't miss that. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180. Grab a napkin while shrinking your waistline. Make a Bacon 180 with Awaken 180. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Hey, Droopy Sack here. Hey. So glad you've tuned in. Reds lost to the Padres this afternoon. Guardians are off after sweeping out T-Bone's Mets.
Yeah.
They're on the road for the Angels starting tomorrow.
That's fine. You know what? I saw Shark today. Shark before, Mark the Shark on Morning Juice.
I'm aware of him.
He is a huge... Well, did you have anything else you're going to say before I tell this?
No.
Go ahead. You look like you were about to set up something else.
No, say nothing.
All right. Shark, a few days ago, he came in at the start of this series, and I saw him in the office, and he goes, "Hey, T-Bone." And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Guards are getting done this week." And I said, "Oh, okay, all right, yeah." I was like, "Listen, I hope you do." And then I saw him today, and he said, "Hey, T-Bone, how's it going?" I said, "Listen, I'm glad your guards got it done, because Mr. Cohen needs to be humbled. As Iron Sheik used to say, old country way."
Old country way?
Yeah. And he laughed at that reference. He got it because he knew Iron Sheik, which I appreciate about Shark.
Dead.
He knows. Well, no, Shark's alive. Iron Sheik. Sheik is dead. Shark is alive. But Shark knows all the wrestling references, even if he's not he's not the biggest wrestling fan in the world, but he knows the references. He's there. He knows all the references when it comes to sports. My God.
The Yankees, excuse me. Okay. Speaking of New York teams, the Yankees say they don't have any money and don't expect payroll to continue to be where it is now, over $300 million. Next year, there's going to be a come-to-Jesus moment because what they have now is not sustainable. It's the New York Yankees.
When I saw these comments, I'm floored because I am not the most diehard baseball fan in the world, but what I know is there are brands in sports that seem to transcend everything and everyone when it comes to popularity, level of interest, all those things. Yankees are one of them, right up there. Cowboys, Lakers, Red Sox obviously are up in that mix now. Like, there's a handful of teams that when you mention their name, people go, well, what are they doing? Just because they're that popular. I don't understand how you can own/run the New York Yankees and publicly state that your business model with the current salary structure is not sustainable. If it's not sustainable for the Yankees, then who is it sustainable for?
Well, there's two situations that could be happening here. The first one is the very easy to understand that, was it Hal or Hank that said this? One of the two.
I forget. Which.
One of the dumb idiots said, this is just not sustainable. So there's a possibility that he's just cheap and or stupid.
That's all right. That's fair.
I mean, you can look at it and look, these businesses, and the Yankees are a multi-billion-dollar business. They have ways of making profit and loss sheets look a certain way. Sinclair, big television conglomerate, they own Diamond Sports Group, who owns all the Bally's RSNs. They filed for bankruptcy. It's not because Sinclair doesn't have any money.
Right.
Because Diamond Sports Group, a subsidiary of Sinclair, magically doesn't have any money. Because that's the way the accountants set it up on a piece of paper. There's money there, right? The Yankees will look at this and say, they can look at this and say, we're losing money every single year with having a payroll of $330 million. When you factor in what we're paying these guys, the luxury tax, it just doesn't add up. On a yearly basis, we're losing money. Yes, but on a yearly basis, your franchise also continues to print money because it exists. What were the Yankees worth 12 months ago? I guarantee you they're worth more now. The equity continues to grow for the New York Yankees. Right. So while on paper you can make it look like you're losing money, you're never really losing money if you're the New York Yankees.
And I guess if the argument that they're making from a financial standpoint is, but equity is not cash in hand, and unless we sell the team, we don't have that money. Like all that's
you know
fine.
How easy it is for guys of that stature to get cash in hand?
No, I know, but that's exactly it. What that is saying is the ownership of the Yankees. If we believe this thing that they're like, oh, we're a little cash strapped, we don't have the money, like that's because you're not willing to take the type of risk on that a business of your size and status and earning potential usually would take on to grow. So he is saying, I don't want to take any risks with this team. I don't want to go out there and get some cash or whatever. That will then come back and help us
tell you something too?
Make all this money back and then some.
There is no risk with the New York Yankees. They don't go to the Fifth Third and borrow money at 7.5%.
You're right.
Okay? If the New York Yankees want cash in hand, they'll have no problem getting it.
I know. I'm just pointing out that whatever it is, there's some self-imposed thought here from ownership saying we don't want to spend a certain amount of money and we're hitting our limits.
That is one answer. Cheap and stupid.
Yeah.
Because even if you are cheap, why would you say it? That's just stupid.
Well, that's the part that I struggle to understand is why would Yankees ownership, Steinbrenner family, kind of known for being very proud of their ownership of the Yankees. I would think they would not want to say, hey, we can barely afford this thing. That doesn't sound great.
The other side of this is that there could be some gamesmanship at play. We have heard recently that Rob Manfred and the influential baseball owners, which I assume include the Steinbrenners, are sitting down and seriously discussing nationalizing the media package. They don't want to deal with Bally's anymore. They don't want to deal with RSNs. Now, the Yankees don't deal with them because they have the Yes Network.
Right.
They're one of the few teams that actually turn quite a profit on their regional sports network. So in order to get a team like the Yankees to play ball with dropping that partnership and going under one big umbrella, it's probably taking a lot of back and forth behind the scenes. And so maybe this is Steinbrenner's way of saying, next year, I don't know how much money we're actually going to be making on our television deal. So I don't know if we can spend money the way that we used to. This could also galvanize the player agents who then go to Rob Manfred and say, hey, if you do what you want to do with this television nationalizing deal, does that mean that clients like the Yankees aren't going to spend money on my clients?
Yeah.
I'm just saying there could be more to this behind the scenes.
I'm sure there is, but I'm like you, I am wary of giving too much credit to people who are known buffoons.
That's right. Could just be cheap and stupid.
Yeah. And so it is possible that this is like some 3D chess move that's happening, or I just found either way it was a shocking statement to see the Yankees out there openly saying, we don't have any money for players. Sorry, it's going to be really tough for us to sustain things. Especially I looked at their payroll. Next year, I think they have close to $100 million coming off the books. So I know they got to figure out what to do with Soto and all this stuff, but you have a lot of guys who are probably not going to be renewed if you don't want them to be, that get off your books and that are expensive. So I'm not sure what they're talking about.
You know what I think
here,
the Yankees need?
What's that?
And teams like the Yankees, Teddy's a big Dallas Cowboy fan. They can probably benefit from this too. They need their version of NIL collectives.
Oh, sure.
Because I never thought we'd see the day where like Ryan Day and Gene Smith say, hey, we need your $10.
Yeah, $10
Subscribe
a month
to this Buckeye fan. But maybe what Hal and Hank need is some sort of Yankee NIL, which it doesn't go to the players, it goes to them.
Yeah.
So they can go and buy the players. Right? Now, maybe they pop on a Zoom call for you once a month. Maybe they show up to a kid's birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's one of the Steinbrenner kids. Yay! He's the piñata. We've put candy in his mouth. Hit him with sticks, kids.
I was going to say, do the kids just instantly start crying and saying this is the worst birthday party ever?
You actually string him up to a tree and beat him with a stick until candy comes out of his mouth.
Yes. Okay. That's
so they can sign Soto to an extension.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm shocked that we're hearing this from the Yankees. But then again, Teddy can speak to this with the Cowboys. I know it's different leagues, different salary structures, all that. Teddy, what's Jerry Jones been talking about all offseason? He's talking about how all the money they have and they're just going to be real aggressive in signing guys, or whether he's saying it or not, what are they actually doing?
They're not doing anything.
Exactly. Right. And we know, at least in part, that's because Dak's got a deal coming up, right? They got to figure that out.
Yeah.
And he's probably
Lamb and Micah Parsons. Yeah.
So he's probably trying to set things up a little bit to say, guys, I just don't know if we can afford things. I mean, it's going to be tough. So that when he goes to negotiate with these guys, he doesn't have to give each of them the richest contract for their position in NFL history, which is probably what all of them are seeking.
Let's talk about Nebraska football. Their AD, now that Trev Alberts left for Texas A&M, is Troy Dannon. His nickname is Yogurt Boy.
I was going to say, heir to the yogurt fortune.
Troy, spelled differently. Troy Dannon.
Okay.
People have noticed that the Cornhuskers are playing some Friday night games.
Yeah.
On Fox.
Sure.
And of course, the people in Nebraska, they have this idea in their head that they're above such things, even though we clearly know that they are not. Right?
Okay.
So Troy Dannon was asked about the Friday night games on Fox, and he said, quote, "We can be upset about it all we want, but we're cashing a pretty large check from our television contract every year." Yes, that's right.
Agreed, yes.
He's right. And that essentially, look, 2 years ago, as absent-minded as it was, we heard people, influential people at Nebraska, threaten to go back to the Big 12.
Yeah. That's right.
If we don't get what we want out of this deal with the Big Ten, we will walk. Now, essentially, what you have is their new AD saying, thank you for slapping us in the face. We'll be here for some more. We're here forever. Love you long time. Heart.
Yeah.
Dannon boy.
By the way, can we just real quick run through, if in the next minute or two, I don't know if we have time, can we look at where would Nebraska fall? If we're at the current Big Ten, I'm saying just not as a football team or as a record on the field. I'm saying as a power player in the conference.
Okay.
You have OSU and Michigan at the top, right? As far as name recognition, ability to draw in a, big name head coach, being able to spend all the money they want.
How about this? Tony Petitti's phone rings.
Yeah.
Whose call is he answering right away?
Okay. Ohio
State's.
Michigan.
Michigan's, Penn State's.
Yeah. USC and Oregon.
USC and Oregon, they're new. They're going to get the treatment.
Maybe
UCLA.
I think UCLA. They're new. Would you get Washington, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's at least 7 programs we named. Do you think, I don't know, is Sparty kind of in that mix?
Yes, because they've been around for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. I'm saying that's 8 schools that are getting, at least 8, that are getting more pub, more play, more everything than Nebraska is. I don't know why Nebraska thinks of themselves as like, we are one of the, how dare they? It's like, how dare they? You're middle tier. You should be thrilled they're focusing on your game.
Well, and that's essentially what Yogurt Boy said here. Like, hey, I know you're Friday night, it's weird, but pipe down.
Yeah. This is your place. This is what you are.
We're glad that we're here. One of my favorite athletes is no longer one of my favorite athletes. Details next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Traffic is moving slowly on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue, and you're going to hit a 15-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between 33 and 270, and there's also slow traffic causing a 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. New name, same flexible payments. Go to directauto.com for a free quote. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking for reliable roofing services in Central Ohio? Go with Nitro Roofing. We'll get the job done right the first time. Reach out today for a free estimate at nitroroofing.com.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
New 2024, up to 72 months Aria, up to 36 months Rogue, and 6324.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take a Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But that's not all. Reichert Nissan also has 0% financing on Rogue 2. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands at ReichertNissan.com. Save more this Memorial Day weekend, only at Reichert. We're dealing.
With approved credit, residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do the stuff outdoors you love, the stuff you want to do, the hiking, the running, the playing on the beach. It's being around friends and family. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. If you're tired of achy joints, you need to call my friends over at QC Kinetics before you agree to any risky surgeries or steroids or harmful medications. That's what tens of thousands of real-life patients around the country did, just like me with my knee. My dad did with his knee. Some of our friends and family who have done it with knees and shoulders in a variety of joints. They're out walking around now, enjoying the time outside. Or you could be like a guy like Chad, who wants to live life to the fullest, but his knees have been bothering him. He's been on pain meds forever. He went to crutches on his high school reunion, but that was before he found QC Kinetics, and now he's bouncing around like the pain is gone. And QC Kinetics has a national director in Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, who's been doing this for over 20 years. So go check him out at 614-208-4544. That's 614-208-4544.
Join us for Gambling Things, Fantasy Sports, Gambling Things, and most importantly, Gambling Things. Hollywood Casinos on the Money, Sunday morning at 9.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
The Fan.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and savor the day with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
The Sign and Drive Green Tag event continues, offering 0% for 84 months with no money down on a John Deere compact utility tractor with loader. Limited time offer. Visit your local Ag Pro today. Offer ends May 31st, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Not wearing
wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny and warm on this Thursday with just the slightest chance of a shower this evening. High temperatures in the upper 70s. Overnight will fall back down to the low 60s. A mild and muggy start to Friday. Little patchy fog early, otherwise brighter skies for the afternoon. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
If Biggie Size was a radio show, this would be it. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
It is Name That Hole Thursday. Send us your stories of foliage, and we will grade them appropriately. Yeah. Tweet us at manandbone971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. One of my favorite guys in sports is no longer one of my favorite guys in sports. Former NC State star DJ Burns Jr. You saw him in the Final Four.
Yeah.
Fat.
Oh, yeah.
And I say that as a badge of honor.
Of course.
Fat guy, getting things done, taking up the paint. He went Oppo Taco of Zed Key, where Zed was the incredible shrinking man. DJ Burns said, I'm going to throw my ass in your face.
Well, yeah, of course. He was doing what worked for him, and it got them pretty far. NC State had a great run.
His official weight was listed at 275 pounds. I'm going to take the over on that.
Yeah, that's fine.
He averaged 12.9 points, 4 rebounds a game, 2.9 assists, while shooting 53.1% from the field in 41 games during his senior season. So he is going to the NBA. And the story is that he's lost some weight to get ready for the NBA.
Oh, great.
Now, this is just April, the last time we saw him. Last time I checked, it's May. Right?
Yeah,
so,
yes.
I mean, let's go conservatively and say we haven't seen this guy in 2 months.
Sure.
They say he's dropped 45 pounds.
Wow.
Leading up to the draft.
That's impressive.
45 pounds. I don't know if it'll work out for him and he'll get more NBA looks because of it, but you know, I do enjoy the fat athlete, and it saddens me that DJ Burns Jr. is not in that club anymore.
Yeah, I would say, though, I wonder how that strategy works with an NBA team. Do they look at that and go, oh, this guy could lose 45 pounds. That's great. He obviously is dedicated. He'll do that. Or do they say, we're worried that then when he gets the NBA, he'll then go back up to the weight he was at NC State? And not that that's a bad thing. He was a good player at NC State. I'm just saying, I wonder if losing the weight has that effect where an NBA team says, okay, now we're more interested. Or do they say, we're worried that you might just have lost this weight to get drafted and then it's going to go right back on? I don't know.
Louisville PD says they're not dropping the charges against Scotty Scheffler. They had a press conference today. Scotty Scheffler is due in court the Monday of the memorial. Also today, he was confirmed for the memorial.
Confirmed on Rothman and Ice.
Yes.
Dan Sullivan, the director of the Memorial Tournament, he was on Rothman and Ice. You can go watch the video now on YouTube or wherever you get your videos. It's also on Twitter. But you can see the moment where he announced it's official, he's coming.
Now, the police department did release video of the incident from a couple weeks back. Was it a couple weeks back? No, just
last weekend.
Just this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, they released some video of it. They did not release body cam footage because the officer who was alleged to be dragged did not flip on his body cam, which I guess is a breach of protocol, and they've actually disciplined that officer for not turning on the body cam. So what we have is we have some grainy video from other places that show the tail end of this, where you see a guy running up and pounding on the glass and then a man exiting the car. We see that. We know it's Scotty Scheffler. We don't see any of the incident where he was dragged. And that's why I think it's interesting. Look, I am not here to defend Scotty Scheffler. I wasn't there. You weren't there.
Nope.
There's a possibility he was a b-hole. Maybe this officer, too, was aggressive. But I would think if you don't have the evidence, meaning the video, that you should have, because the officer should have turned on the body cam, but didn't, right, you would maybe drop the charges and say, well, we're not admitting that anybody behaved incorrectly here, but we just don't have the evidence that we normally have because this protocol was not followed. It surprises me that they're not doing that.
Well, right. I am not someone who likes to defend golfers, especially I'm not a fan of people who feel like they're more important just because.
You don't like entitlement people.
No, people who say, well, I don't know. Don't you know who I am? Damn it. I should get through here no matter what. But I don't think that's what happened with Scotty Scheffler. From everything we've heard, he did not understand what was going on. He did not know what the situation was. Sure, should he have listened to an officer giving him a lawful command to stop? Of course. Also, at the end of all of this, there's no video showing that this guy was dragged. What we do see is an officer run up and be very aggressive towards the guy in the vehicle who stops immediately. And then after 8 officers surround the vehicle, he gets out and then proceeds to, it appears, that's where the video cuts off, but you see him walking away in handcuffs. And then we have video from, was it Jeff Darlington or one of the ESPN reporters who has a video of him walking to the police car and saying, can you please help me? And then that's the video we all have. There's no video showing that this happened to this officer. And I feel like I think that's an important point. You have body cams for a reason. They're for your protection as much as they are for citizens' protection. If you don't turn them on, that's on you.
I'm loving this new bad boy Scotty Scheffler. Spice things up on the tour.
You saw the video. Did you see anything?
No, I mean, come on. I'm just playing, but it's, we got him at the Memorial now. So we got the number one golfer who's going through this deal. And I saw his lawyer right away. I think it was the day of. He was like, we're not taking any deal. We'll take him to trial if we have to. He didn't do anything.
Well, and he said it today. He said the video shows exactly what we've been saying is that there's nothing here. So if they want to try to settle
I was dragged behind the car, right?
Where's the video?
What do you mean? We see the guy running up to the car and he stops.
To be fair, and if you watch this video, there is a whole line of, again, this is where the tour bus accident occurred where a man tragically lost his life.
Yes.
There's a line of tour buses that are waiting because obviously they were all going the same way. When this accident occurred, they all are stopped. They can't go anywhere. So Scheffler's driving around them. The camera is in an angle where you cannot see next to the buses. If a car is there, literally a car could be shooting people in the face and we wouldn't be able to see it. So we don't know what happened behind the buses. Maybe that's where this incident occurred, where they're saying he was dragged.
Look, I'm not doubting that maybe the cop grabbed for the door and then tripped and fell and ruined his pants, the very pants he was returning.
And then Scotty said, well, do you know why I wear 2 pairs of pants?
Wear 2 per.
Because I could get a hole in one.
I gotcha. It's a good golf joke there. Good golf joke.
Little golf humor at you.
Good golf joke.
No, but I'm just surprised that with the lack of evidence, they haven't dismissed the charges. That's all.
Buddy, sometime we should talk about the Louisville Police Department because I don't know if you know this.
Are we surprised?
We could look them up. They've had a few incidents before where some evidence was presented. It didn't look great for them, and they still were very defiant in the face of mounting horrible evidence against them.
This is like the episode of Curb where Larry steals the fork. He doesn't steal. He's taking a fork and a knife to his driver so he can eat his meal. And the owner of the restaurant has a vendetta against him because he didn't do a stop and chat. So he prosecutes him to the fullest extent of the law, and the judge throws the book at him for taking silverware.
See?
Because of the entitlement. You think you can do anything, right?
Right. I will say on this one, too, I'm curious about if the police knew that camera, because this is a camera that's up, they're calling it the pole camera, because it's up on some kind of pole structure. It's not it doesn't appear like it's a dash cam or something like that.
No, it's not. It's up top.
I wonder if they knew that camera existed when they initially, because again, they put this report out that morning saying an officer was dragged, his uniform was ripped up. Oh my gosh, it was so awful. Did they know this camera existed?
Yeah, but they released it today. They know it existed today.
Well,
they're the ones that released it.
Right. I don't know if at some point maybe there's just a desire to not ever admit fault. I don't know. That seems.
You don't have to admit fault. You can say our procedure wasn't followed.
Yeah.
The officer did not turn on his, which you said.
They said, and they said they punished the guy. And yet the DA said we're still going ahead with charges against Scotty Scheffler.
Name that hole. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're looking at a 35-minute delay if you need to travel northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Cemetery Road and 33. And we've got just a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 71 on the north side between North Broadway and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Association of County Behavioral Health Authorities. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Crisis Text Line can help. If you are struggling and feel like you can't talk to anyone about it, text 4HOPE to 741-741. Free confidential support. Crisis Text Line. Text 4HOPE to 741-741 now. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply. Cleaner, greener, better.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And when I was looking to get a new roof on my home, I wanted a company with staying power. A company that had been in business for more than 30 years, built on the principles of honesty, integrity, and transparency. Well, there was nowhere else to go than Newman Roofing. 32 years later, and hundreds of 5-star reviews from customers that have been blown away with the service that they've received. Some of the customers now, well, they've been around so long, they're getting their second Newman roof, and that speaks to the quality and the way Tim and his team do things. During a time where service is lacking in the service industry, companies like Newman Roofing are leading the way, providing white glove experience to all of their customers, just like they did to me and my family. So when it comes time to get your roof replaced, you're going to want to go with a company you can trust, and that's Newman Roofing. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or go visit them online at newmanroofing.com. That's newmanroofing.com.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes snacks like Fritos and Doritos, candy like M&M's and Reese's, and ice cream like ours. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone present Name That Hole.
All right, you tell us a story, and then we decide if there is a hole involved. I got some here from the burner phone. Let me pull them up here.
Go right ahead.
All right. Name that hole. My wife and our kids recently visited her brother and his family in Oregon.
Hang on. Wife, kids, her brother, right?
Her brother and his family in Oregon.
Okay.
While I was laying on a blanket in the backyard, their 4-year-old kept pushing her stuffy in my face. While I usually like to goof around at this time, I was wearing a nice pair of Oakley sunglasses and didn't want them scratched or broken, so I asked several times politely for her to stop.
Okay.
I eventually threatened to throw the stuffy over the fence if she did it again. She did it again, and while I didn't throw it over, I did throw it against the fence, and it got a little dirty. The kid lost her mind, and my mother-in-law, her grandmother, came to console her, but winked at me and smiled.
Okay.
Later, my sister-in-law, the kid's mom, asked what happened, and I explained. She then went on to rip me and told me next time just get her or her husband. For family peace, I just took it and dropped it. Who's the hole? All right, that's tough. First of all,
so to be clear, this guy married someone, and that woman's brother, now we're talking about the woman that he married, is arguing, you know what I mean? Like, neither of these people are related in any way other than through marriage. So they're almost like two strangers who just happen to know people. They're mutual friends, essentially.
I'm going to say there are multiple holes here. First of all, 4-year-old kids live at a hole.
Well, yeah, that's just where they are.
That's their baseline.
That's the baseline.
So
You're
through
right.
no fault of their own,
a-hole.
Just because that's a 4-year-old kid, okay?
Yeah.
I think you're a little bit of a hole because you took the thing and threw it and got it dirty. So just minor hole there.
A-hole.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the mother-in-law seemed cool. No hole.
No hole.
With the mother-in-law. The sister-in-law is also probably a hole. I'm going to actually give her a B-hole grade.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in that situation, and my kid comes to me and says, Uncle Frank, whatever this guy's name is, throw my stuffy against the fence, I'd say, well, don't piss off Uncle Frank.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I would be so worried about my kids bringing their level of being whatever they are, right? At the moment, they can be annoying, they can be loving and all that. But if they're causing someone else outside of my wife and I an issue, I don't like that.
Yes.
Now, if the person's reaction is over the top, then I have a problem with that too.
If he beats the kid,
or even if he threw the thing over the fence and it got lost or whatever, that would be a little much. But I feel like I feel like mom probably should have come in and said, "Hey, we're really sorry about this. Don't worry about it. In the future, you ever have that issue, you never have to parent my kids. All you have to do is come tell me, and we'll take care of it."
Yeah.
If that's how I
wouldn't dress the dude down, though.
No. If she was saying it that way, then she's not even really being a hole. But if she came in and said, "Hey, loser, next time, why don't you call the mom in and let me handle it instead of parenting my kid?" If she kind of snapped at him, then that's not good.
I'm going to say B-hole on her. Teddy, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. You guys nailed it.
Okay.
B-hole.
Thanks, Teddy.
All right, this one is from Sniffy.
Right?
He says, hole of the week. I stopped by to watch a high school softball game. The stands were packed with fans from both schools. As the game started, there was a high-pitched squeak sound about every second. I looked around and noticed other fans were hearing this as well. After about an inning, I noticed a lady in a rocking lawn chair sitting against the fence. It was her chair causing this annoying squeak. There was a poor guy sitting so close by, he was covering his ears.
Oh, no.
So for 6 innings, we all sat there, watched the game while blood started trickling out of our ears from the squeaking. Is she a hole?
Yeah.
Yes, she's a hole.
100% a hole.
Unless she's deaf, she can hear that her chair is squeaking and probably affecting other people. So, and she just didn't care. She wanted to keep rocking in this stupid chair. So I say she's a hole.
Even if she's someone who's just like, well, I'm used to it. I didn't notice it as much. Well, don't get used to stuff like that, and maybe at some point realize, oh, this squeaks. I'm used to it, but other people are not. That's no good. That's at least an A-hole.
Teddy, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking B-hole.
Okay, B-hole.
B-hole.
Yeah. All right. I said at least, so I'll go with you on B-hole.
All right, name that hole. Me and my 3 friends came down to Columbus from Youngstown for Sonic Temple this past weekend. I booked an Airbnb in January and told my friends that if they find something cheaper or plan not to make it, let me know before May 4th to get a full refund on the house. Okay?
All right.
Sonic Temple weekend finally comes. 2 of my friends tell me they will not be coming down until Friday afternoon and wanted to know when I wanted to go to the concert. I tell him I want to be at the concert at 5. A few hours later, he tells me that he and our 4th friend will not be at the house until 4:40. Now, parentheses is, house is in Pataskala, 30 minutes away without traffic, which I told him was far from the venue.
Yeah, right.
I told him that myself and our other friend who was with me did not want to wait since we wanted to see a certain band at 5:45 and didn't want to chance it with the traffic.
Yeah.
So we asked him and our 4th friend to meet us at Sonic Temple. Seems reasonable to me so far.
Seems reasonable,
okay?
yeah.
He then stopped texting me and would only text the friend with me at this point.
Okay.
An hour later, he tells us he turned around and went home because he didn't want to meet us at the concert.
Oh, my
and would
gosh.
think about coming on Saturday.
Your friend's a loser. Like, that guy sucks.
He and our 4th friend show up on Saturday morning, and he does not talk to me for about 2 hours because he's mad we didn't wait for him on Friday.
Oh, my.
Eventually, he ended up talking to me, and we had a good weekend, but then he asks for money back because he wasn't at the house all weekend.
Oh, no.
I have not responded yet.
No.
Is he a hole for acting the way he did and asking for money back for the house, or am I a hole for not waiting for him and our 4th friend and not wanting to pay back the money since I told them about the house in January?
No,
I don't think you're a hole at all.
You're not a hole.
Look, we're only getting one person's side of the story here. So we can't talk to this other dude. But you told him there was a band that you wanted to see at this particular time. The band's not going to wait for you.
Right.
You have to be there. If the house is in Pataskala, you got to allow yourself enough time to get to the venue. If you meet him at the house,
you're not going to make it.
4:40,
There's no way.
You're not. By the time you park the car and get there, no, I'm sorry.
No,
you're not going to make it. And he didn't show up on Friday night to use the house because he was pouting. He should still have to pay for it.
Friends who minimize your concerns are not good friends. And then when those friends minimize your concerns, and then when you voice and say, hey, I found a better solution, you can still be a part of what we're doing, they throw a fit because they couldn't. The guy sounds like he's trying to control you. Definitely an A-hole, maybe a B-hole even, I would say. Teddy, where are you on that?
This guy, your friend, he's a selfish SOB and a C-hole.
Okay, thank you,
Let me tell
Teddy.
you something. When Teddy's upset about something, I got to defer to Teddy.
C-hole.
I hate that. I am such a, like, if I'm going to see certain bands or a certain thing, I will get there way earlier than I need to just to make sure I'm there, nothing happens, I get parked where I want to. I will overcorrect for that. For a friend to be like, well, what's the big deal? Like, you're not paying attention. That sucks. This one from Downtown Dad. It's a little long, so hang on. He says, so Downtown Mom and I are getting ready to purchase a new home. We're close to the end of the process. We have inspectors, appraisals, financials, all are about 90% done, but we do not have a closing date. You know, that's kind of a big deal when you're getting the house done. You got to get that set up. All the while, his wife has been asking about the cable internet solution. They both work from home and need to have very good connections there for that.
Understood.
Right. So he said, let's get a signing date before we start looking up our internet setup. He thought that was rational. Well, they were running some errands the other day. This had not been set up yet. The date has not been set. And on a phone call, he notices, like, as they're getting in and out of a store, she's making a phone call and she's calling a cable company. And she's going through the process to, like, I want to set up the internet in this house, blah, 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 blah. And of course, now he says, I have already looked into this. I already have some info for her. Within 30 seconds, she can see that I'm irritated, that she's gone ahead and called, even though we discussed not doing that till we have a date. She gets on to the call with the customer service guy. He walks through the process, and then at the end of it, she says, we don't have a closing date yet. And then what do you know? The sales guy kind of gives up on the call and says, all right, fine. But she wanted to investigate the process. So then apparently this led to a silent treatment, and both of them, after yelling at each other about why didn't you do what I said, you should have done what I said, etc., they both were angry, and then a silent treatment occurred. So they want to know who's in the right, who's in the wrong. Are either of the mayholes for this?
she's probably a low-level a-hole, but at the end of it, she got what was coming to her because she wasted her time, right? By going on the phone and talking, she wasted the guy on the phone's time because they can't set up an actual day.
Right. They can't do the cable until you actually have, you know what
so
date
if
to
I'm
set it up
downtown
for.
dad, I say, hey, did you enjoy wasting your time?
Right.
Was that good for you? I mean, we had this conversation. I know Teddy's never going to vote for the wife to be a hole. I know that. Right, Teddy?
Ted, is she being a hole?
I don't know. I do like downtown dad in this situation.
All right, let's call her a low-level a-hole because ultimately she got what she deserved, which is her time wasted.
Let's be fair. I will say that perhaps downtown dad is also in this moment not just being like, really? Maybe he's visibly irritated, huffing and puffing. Maybe
probably should have let it go because she got what she had coming to her.
Maybe she's mad not at the, you're rolling your eyes at me, but more that, why are you making such a big deal out of this? I just made a phone call. At the end of the day, it doesn't change anything.
All right, I'm going to say both are low-level
A-holes.
Yeah.
Okay?
If we're looking for one of them to be the slightly bigger hole, who would we give it to based on the info we have?
The wife.
Okay.
But he's telling the story.
You
can only go by what he's saying.
That's right.
A-hole.
All right, thank you. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find a 5-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking the left lane on the westbound 70 ramp to northbound 71. And we also have slow traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Green Lawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, Mountain Dew drinkers. It's the Mountain Dew Baja Blast 20th Baja-versary. 20 years of Baja Blast being a Taco Bell fan favorite. To celebrate this year, the tropical lime flavor of Baja Blast is in stores everywhere all year long. 366 days. That's right, it's a leap year. And for a limited time, you can collect coins for a chance to get Baja gear or a Taco Bell deal. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast 20th Baja-versary.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of US 18+, subject to official rules at BajaBlast.com and 6/15/24. Void where prohibited.
Hollywood Lights.
Set sail with excitement at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Saturday, May 25th, you could be the lucky winner of a 7-day, all-expenses-paid Caribbean cruise for two. Not a sailor? No problem. Opt for $15,000 in cold hard cash instead. Play your favorite slots and table games throughout May to earn entries. More details at HollywoodColumbus.com. Remember, your adventure awaits at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
My guys at Germain Lexus are getting ready for the Memorial. What they do every single year is let the golfers drive around in beautiful Lexuses for the week. Then they take those cars and sell them to you. You could be driving Rory's car. The Germain all-month-long celebration's going on right now. You can get great deals like this one. 2024 RX 350, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $49.99 down, $519 a month. I just picked up my brand new RX 350 a few weeks ago. It is plush. Germain Lexus of Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
The Buckeye Show.
What were you guys yelling on the Brack Spin play 2015? The payback game against Virginia Tech.
He's back. He's back. That's what everybody was saying.
The Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Schottenstein Roofing and Care Source.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for my crew at Valley Ford of Columbus. Looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle without breaking the bank? Well, it's the Drive America Celebration Sale at Valley Ford, and they have a sweet selection of certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage cars, trucks, and SUVs waiting for you. One of the big keys to Valley's success, satisfied customers like me. Their selection and savings on certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage vehicles is outstanding. Stop in today or shop the selection online right now. Valley takes all the risk out of buying because every certified pre-owned Ford Blue Advantage vehicle with blue or gold certification features a minimum 139-point inspection. And here's the big one. They're also backed by a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. That's right. They stand behind every one of them with a money-back guarantee. Go online and see them all or get to Valley for a test drive and see and feel the quality. Get the better deal. Get to the Drive America Celebration Sale and keep on trucking at Valley Ford of Columbus. Vehicle must be returned within 14 days or 1,000 miles, whichever comes first from the original sales date and mileage as stated on bill of sale, and returned in same condition as sold. Other restrictions may apply. See dealer for details.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. and doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Do you ever worry about a sales guy trying to sell you on something that you really don't need, or even worse, sell you on a product that turns out to be low quality? I absolutely hate that. But you don't have to worry about that with Newman Roofing. They work hard to eliminate that fear, as they're going to be honest with you about what you really need and what product works the best. When we got our roof, we sat down with Tim and his team, and they showed us 3 to 4 different styles. We talked about prices, we talked about quality, and what would best fit our needs. They were fully transparent about it, and we were so happy with the entire process. They're not going to overpromise and underdeliver. We got more than what we bargained for, which was one heck of a quality roof. The Newman sales team, they try to do things right from the very beginning, and you're going to be greeted with a friendly voice who's focused on your needs. And you can see that because of the hundreds of 5-star reviews and why they're one of the most trusted family names in Central Ohio. So give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF or check them out online at newmanroofing.com.
Want to know anything about the fans' contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Buckeye Show's coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Tyvis Powell.
Oh, you guys.
You thought I was going with Timmy, didn't you, Timmy? We got both of them in here today. We fooled you. You fooled me, Jerry.
I knew you weren't going to kick it to me. No, Tyvis.
Why did you know that?
How you doing, buddy?
You were in here. I'm wonderful. How you doing today?
Look at us.
We got a 4-man sausage fest in here right now.
Yeah, that's exactly
I like it.
That's what we have. Where is Jen Winters when you need her? That's right.
Hey, I like your get up today.
I wore this for Vaughn.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Is Vaughn coming in the studio?
Not coming in the studio.
It's OTA.
Let's OTAs this week. You can make it up for that. For those of you who are listening on the radio and have no idea what's going on, Tim is wearing a Bengals hoodie, and apparently they're going to have Von Bell on the... Is that right? Yeah, 6:33. Okay. Tyvis set that up. We have Malik Hooker, another one of his teammates who's doing great things in the league. A couple weeks ago, you guys can check that one out on YouTube. But Vaughn tonight, excited because it's his first year back in Cincinnati. He left for 1 year, and now he's right back. So,
who would you say is your best friend who's still playing in the league? The guy that you're the closest with.
Ooh.
Is that going to get you in trouble with
no one's listening.
He's thinking now.
I said they're at
close.
OTAs. They're not here.
My best friend that still plays in the NFL.
He's repeating the question.
That's a good question. I don't
he doesn't want to answer. He doesn't want to answer.
I'm going to make him answer.
That's actually. I've never thought about that.
This is why I'm here.
Because all of my like closest friends
are losers like you.
It would be Vaughn. Vaughn would be the answer.
Okay.
Vaughn
there you go. That would have been my guess. Vaughn, if somebody asked me that about you, it would have been my guess.
Yeah, Vaughn would definitely be the answer. Me and Vaughn had a great relationship when we was in college and in the NFL as well.
Why is he so good?
What do you mean?
What's great about him?
Why is Vaughn a good person?
Why is he a good friend?
Vaughn is a good friend because I love the fact that he tell it like it is. And Vaughn really, really wants to be great. And he don't have an ego. You know, usually when you're good and you're competing, and like in college when him and I was, so this is the thing about Vaughn. So when he first got to college, I had to set Vaughn straight. Okay. He came in, Vaughn was a very highly recruited guy here. He was Urban's guy. I was a Jim Tressel guy. So Vaughn looked at me like, that's the guy's position that I'm going to take. I'm going to take his spot. And me being the person I am, I don't do that stuff. Like I'm not going to hold information. I'm going to teach you everything. Just in case I get hurt, I want you to be great.
That's what's best for the team.
Right. So Vaughn decided, Coach Meyer has circle drill, and Vaughn decided he called me out in circle drill. Okay, circle drill, for people that don't know, is when two guys stand about a yard apart from each other. Coach Meyer gets in between y'all, holds your helmets back. He moves out the way, says go, and you're supposed to push the guy back out of the circle or whoever.
It's a high-energy drill.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And Vaughn was, we do the Big Brother program. You get the black stripe on your helmet. Your big brother helps you get the stripe off. I was Vaughn's big brother. And when he called Vaughn in, he was like, Vaughn, who do you want to go against? And he said, Tyvis. And I looked at him and I said, oh, I know what this is about. I see what you're doing. You trying to punk me and try to take my spot. See, now I got to show you. I got to humble you, okay? I got to show you why I'm where I am. We got in that drill. When I tell you I tried to kill Vaughn, oh, my God. I literally tried. Like, it was bad.
Did you?
Oh, it was. Oh, my gosh. I dragged Vaughn all over that circle. It was the worst decision he ever made. And he had a lot of respect for me after that, and me and Vaughn ended up becoming really good friends. But I told him, don't you ever do that ever again. Don't try me like that ever again.
Would you say that Vaughn was acting like a jerk in that circle?
I wouldn't say it was the thing is you want to come in there, so you have to have the right mentality when you come in that circle. You better have some jerk in you when you're going to get dragged around.
There's definitely a jerk involved.
There's a jerk involved.
So the good
there's
news,
a jerk in the circle.
What gave me satisfaction, Common Man, was that I knew he was upset. And I wanted him to be upset. I wanted him to really try hard.
And that made him a better player.
So when I dog him like I did, he knows that I'm just better than him at that moment.
If you want 2 hours of that gold, Tyvis Powell, Timmy Hall, Buckeyes Show, top of the hour right here on The Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
By the way, I feel like exactly at this moment is a great time to point out that two legendary punk rock bands, The Descendants and Circle Jerks, are coming to Columbus in September. You can see them both. They're amazing. So in case you'd like to see guys who are jerks in a circle,
I think
they have a band.
That's a great band name.
They're a great band. They're fantastic. Go check them out. Mom in
Who's
California.
opening for them?
Well, they're both like headliners. I don't know. I don't know who else. It's just like it's
German
like a double
metal
shot.
band Bukake.
Is that right?
Okay, that's right.
A mom in California was fined $88,000 after her kids collected 72 clams on a beach where apparently you're not allowed to do that. This is, I guess, Pismo Beach area known for their clams. Clam capital of the world is what they call it. Her kids picked up 72 clams. They did not have the proper
clam
documentation.
Oh,
yeah.
Illegal clamming, like Kramer with the crabs.
Well, you're only allowed
Lobster.
to with a permit that you have to buy. You're still only allowed to take 10 clams per day. They're a protected species. They've come back after people almost eradicated them by trying to eat them. Now a judge has spoken and said, listen, these people did not know it. This was a family on vacation. They were not trying to do anything nefarious. They reduced the $88,000 fine to $500 and said, never do this again. Guessing they won't.
Thank goodness.
Buckeye Show is next. We'll see you tomorrow for a big Friday show. Common Man and T-Bone on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a 30-minute slowdown on northbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Cemetery Road and 161, and stop-and-go traffic is causing a 10-minute delay on eastbound 161 between 270 Northeast and New Albany Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Association of County Behavioral Health Authorities. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Crisis Text Line can help. If you are struggling and feel like you can't talk to anyone about it, text 4HOPE to 741-741. Free confidential support. Crisis Text Line. Text 4HOPE to 741-741 now. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This action update is brought to you by Tipico. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Dallas Stars open game one of their series with Edmonton tonight. Dallas is minus 130 on the money line. Edmonton is plus 108. In the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, game 2 has the Boston Celtics a 9-point home favorite and minus 400 on the money line. The Pacers are plus 315 to pull the upset tonight. For your Tipico action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi, zero sugar, and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
I'm the guy that never gives 5 stars because I never believe that anything is perfect. But I would give them 20 stars if I could.
Ernest Stellar Review belongs to QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments. They came through when he badly needed relief for his aching knees, and doctors had told him that surgery was the only option.
What they're doing is cutting edge, and it really helps. And I'm a tough sell.
QC Kinetics is led by National Medical Director Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in this field. With 20 years of clinical work, tons of research, teaching, publishing in non-surgical natural pain treatments. These are the medical pros to trust.
I'm living my life basically pain-free from what I was dealing with, so I'm a happy camper today, no doubt about it.
QC Kinetics. Call today to see if you're a candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, you don't just want to be a utility player in the bedroom. You want to be the MVP. That's why you need to check out BlueChew.com. If you don't already know about Blue Chew, well, now's the perfect time to find out more because Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew is an online prescription service, so you don't have to go to a doctor's office. There's no awkward conversations. They find out what you need. They ship it right to your door in a discreet package, and it's all made in the USA, so they can prepare and ship it directly to you, which saves you money. And I'm going to help you save more money with promo code BONE. That's right. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code BONE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. I mean, look, we made the promo code BONE because we don't want the promo code to be hard. We want, well, you get the idea. BlueChew.com, promo code BONE right now.